Okay, alright. Bring up Nano Reddit. Anyone know what this song is? Hold on, someone replied. This podcast contains themes of violence, adult language, and, if we did our jobs right, disturbing subject matter. Listener discretion is strongly advised? It's a long song title.
I didn't do an ad this time, guys, so sorry. No ad for you.
We'll improvise one right at the top.
Do you want to do that right now?
Sounds fucking fantastic. Let's do it.
Let's
I
do
got
it.
one. I got one.
All right, go.
Dave
Okay.
got one.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Cyber chili, it's perfect for we. It's perfect for me, and it's perfect for you. Cyber chili comes in this perfect color of blue. Oops, 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 oops. Corn on the cob, cyber chili, perfect for me, and it's perfect for me.
If you want cyber corn, call 844-932-6914-942-729-12.
Side effects include depression, anxiety, gastral explosions,
And overall grain allergies.
Please seek out medical attention if you are of the privileged class.
Cyber chili, cyber chili.
Flawless. Fucking absolutely. Hello and welcome to The Stars Aren't Alright, Season 1.5, Episode 4, whatever minute it currently is. My name is Brian, and I am going to be your keeper for this evening. We are in Gorto City with our investigators. They are about to experience some shit. No spoilers. But before we get into that, let's go around and we're going to introduce ourselves. We're going to introduce our characters. And I would like you to share something like your character's weirdest food craving. And just to fuck it up, because we always start with Katie, let's start with Carlin.
I think that Molly's favorite food combination, like weird thing, would probably be chocolate chips and potatoes.
Chocolate? That actually wouldn't be bad.
Like you slice up potatoes and you get a hole puncher and you punch holes in the potato and then you put it on a pan and kind of like an egg.
Are these raw potatoes?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you just shove little chocolate chips in the holes and then you leave them outside to sun dry and then you have chips.
Mood.
Like, not to like cater to Gen Z or anything, but like I low-key want to try this.
Or you can actually call them chookies because they also are like cookies in that they're baked in the sun and full of chocolate chips.
But you can't call them cookies because cookies aren't baked.
Yeah, these ones are in the sun.
No, true. Sun-dried cookies. I'm fucking here for it.
Sun-baked,
cookies.
you know?
Hell yeah.
Sun-baked. Because of
Incredible.
global warming, because you can cook things outside now because of the sun.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how to follow that. Hi, I'm MJ. I'll be playing Marmot. Marmot's weird food craving is mac and cheese ice cream,
You son of a bitch.
which is a real thing that actually exists.
Yep.
And
That Brian ate.
Yeah, MJ has watched me eat mac and cheese flavored ice cream, and it was fine. It was fine. I wouldn't eat it again, but I'm glad I ate it that one time. Not because it tasted good, but because it pisses you off.
Hey folks, it's Dave. I'm playing Cell, also known as Celery. Celery quite enjoys low-fat sour cream and raisins. The taste of aspartame really works with the sharpness of a raisin, so yeah, it really works. You hit all the food groups pretty easy. So it works well.
I'm sorry. The sharpness of a raisin is a set of words never said before.
Yeah, it's just that real, like, it's that real crispness to a raisin.
Yeah, real
What kind of
tangy.
sour cream is Celery buying that contains artificial sweetener aspartame?
No name.
Why is your sour cream sweet?
I'm Katie. What is Maeve like? You know, I normally have to do this reel off the hop, but the longer I've had to think, the more I don't know. I think Maeve is the type that she likes yogurt parfaits with like berries on top, but she doesn't like most berries, so she puts sliced grapes on top.
That made me irrationally angry.
You know, it's the sharpness of the grapes,
The pre-raisins.
and the aspartame in the yogurt.
I think you and Sel have been eating the same thing.
That's it.
One of us just likes it aged. The other
Yeah, Sel and Maeve go in on grapes together, and they just enjoy them at different stages of their life cycle.
yogurt too. Just let the yogurt sit out for a while.
Put them past like the like radiation shields and just let them just get absolutely for Sel.
Oh my God.
Good Lord.
Seeded or seedless?
Who in God's green earth would have seeded grapes?
True. Okay, true. I just had to ask.
If we are able to fly through space and warp through gates, we don't fuck with seeded grapes anymore.
No, but there's going to be that small group of people that like the crunch. And they're like, it's the crouton of the fruit world.
It's the sharpness.
It's literal sharpness. I want to cut my mouth.
Oh, good Lord. Well, that's a great energy with which to start this. Let's get into a bit of a recap. So, previous episode. After a suitable and admittedly understandable freakout at a scary eyeless dude, the crew of the Ansarina did what they do best. Passive-aggressive bickering. Once that was done, they searched Lucas Farin's room and found a big steaming mound of exposition with several whole kernels of corn in it. It was revealed that Lucas wasn't a deprogrammer at all. He was a CorpSec agent using Jesse Carmel's money to fund a secret mission that the corporation was performing. Pretty toxic, if you ask me. They found out that Lucas was tracking 3 missing persons, having determined that all of them were connected in some way with the Union, and by extension, Dawn's son. Lucas was tracking these people because they were all seen being tailed by a woman matching Abigail's description. OMG, she was involved? #cringe. #couldn't be me. Lucas had found a secret entrance to a heavily guarded... Nope, that's not how that sentence is constructed. Lucas had found a secret entrance heavily guarded by Meatsec that Abigail went inside, but couldn't get further due to the heavily guardedness. He thought that perhaps Dawn knew a secret way inside. Lucas had also found out where Abigail lives, is in the same district that Dawn had made their headquarters, the Rusticum district. They found a mag-fed pump-action shotgun and an AK-47, both the 3 magazines each. That last note was mostly for me because I'm famously bad at remembering what loot I give out. Outside, Celery communed with Harvest and realized that Harvest was tapped into the planet's grid with access to a surprising degree of information, including the ability to control the shipping drones used to transport real meat from the mega plant to the spaceport. The crew decided to use the guns that they had found to try to barter with Dawn's son in exchange for information, and snuck the guns through the city under the noses of Meatsec. After several close calls, Marmot got a private communique from Harvest, who revealed that they were the officer, who revealed that they were Major Ziggy, the AI from the end of season 1. Remember that, guys?
Yeah.
Remember season 1 of the podcast, guys?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was from... the AI revealed that they had an ulterior motive for sending the crew to Gorto City, and was about to reveal it when Brian decided to end the episode on a cliffhanger.
The author!
I look into the camera and just like lick my lips, and it takes way too long. Okay, so let's start there. Marmot.
Yeah.
So you are having this private communique with Major Ziggy, the artificial intelligence. What Major Ziggy is saying, they kind of leave a pause to like let you digest, and then
About a week long pause.
Okay, yeah. They don't. Then I will clarify, not a long enough pause. Major Ziggy just continues speaking to you, and they just say, "There is something here. There's something that I believe the Jesuits have control of. And if we can't confirm that it's here, we can't confirm this location, it could spell devastation across the entire Promethean highway. I need you, no matter what else happens, I need you to get a message through a video recording of the proof of what they have to the Ansarina.
Okay, how will I know what it is?
I would like nothing more than to be able to tell you. But the more I try to prepare you for this, the less likely you are to be able to handle it. I need you to just trust me, and I understand that's a lot to ask.
Yeah, wow. That is a lot to ask. You just told me you were pretending to be someone else, but that person was also pretending to be someone else. Okay, if I get this recording to the Ansarina, why is it so important?
The Jesuits having access to this will completely upset any balance of power that exists within the United Soul Council space. That doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, except that you've seen what they do. You saw that man with no eyes.
With no eyes, yeah. What's that about?
I'm certain you will find out.
What about us? What happens to us?
I will do everything I can to get you off the planet. And after that, my word is good. I'll do everything I can to release you from your debt. If people are chasing you, I'll help you hide if that's what you wish. But it's worth saying, Marmot, if you want to try and help, try to make a difference, if you succeed in this, there will be a place in my organization for you. We're a group known as the Witnesses.
The Witnesses? Okay.
Go ahead and make an intelligence check for me.
Who needs luck?
How much are you spending?
4 points.
Okay, that's not so bad.
Just for a regular success.
Okay, you needed a hard success. No, I'm just kidding.
You son of a bitch.
You have heard of the Witnesses before. The Witnesses are largely viewed in kind of like USC news media as a terrorist organization. They were the ones who were responsible for the Shinjitsu tragedy, the ones that were attributed to be responsible for the Shinjitsu tragedy, where basically an energy weapon was stolen from the Navy and then discharged in atmosphere, which basically wiped out an entire city. That's what you've heard of the Witnesses. Now, knowing what Marmot knows and kind of like traveling in the circles that Marmot travels in, kind of like electronically on the web and forums and stuff like that, there are a lot of theories that a lot of what is said about the Witnesses is propaganda, and they take the fall for a lot of like quote unquote terrorist actions that either they weren't responsible for or have been taken out of context. They're often used as like a boogeyman that the Navy will use to kind of cover up their own fuck ups. Is like a kind of like some conspiracy theories that you will find on the net. I leave it up to you as to how much weight Marmot would give to those.
Well, is it true what they say about the Witnesses? Did you blow up a whole city? Are you gonna blow this one up?
Some of what they say is true, but are you referring to Shinjitsu?
Mm-hmm.
We did not destroy Shinjitsu. The Navy did.
Well, that's fucked.
That was my calculation as well. I did the math.
Okay, well, this is a lot of information. Am I allowed to tell the others? Why is this secret?
The Jesuits have several operatives who have been enhanced in various ways.
Like the way I am?
Not to diminish you, Marmot, but the ways that they have been enhanced make it looks like slight body modifications. There is an agent of the Jesuits here who has the capacity to reach into people's minds. I am going to leave this with you, this decision, as to how much to tell them, but know that the more you tell them, the more they might be compromised.
Oh boy.
This is a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise. This was not...
I'm like the least responsible of the four of them.
I think that you are selling yourself a bit short. You didn't
get to grow up, and I'm sorry for that. That's not your fault. It's part of a system that I'm working to try to dismantle. But nonetheless, I do agree that this is a lot to put on you. I wouldn't if I had any other choice. There are many things in motion at the moment. I am currently trying to acquire information on how this
Kind of pauses for a second.
biotechnology works, but that's far away at Gizenshaw Station. And unfortunately, the distances being what they are, this particular shard of me, this partition, I won't know how that plays out for another week at least.
Wow. Okay, well, I'll do my best.
Thank you, Marmot.
I think as much as this conversation has been going on, like, in my head, people who are around me are probably not hiding any emotion on my face, so I'm just silently reacting.
Mom, you're sweating a lot.
So he's like not moving. We need to.
Guys, I'm going to touch him. Just going to poke him. Just, just to see if he's okay. Hey, how you going?
Good, really good. Totally, never been better.
You doing a little marathon in your body? Why are you so sweaty? What's going on, Mom?
This is worse than the haircut the other day. What's going on?
Marmot, I know we've had our differences, but if you've got something going on, like, you can tell us.
When Cell leaves, this will be a safe space.
Shut up.
Oh boy. Okay, well, you should know that I just had a conversation with Harvest.
Our Harvest.
Like in your head? When? Just now?
Just now, yeah.
Harvest, you could do that? Can you do it to me?
Well, no, it's because I've got cybernetics.
Oh, yeah.
It's just really important that what we find here, that we get proof of it. Like video proof, and get it to the Ansarina.
Like video proof of Abigail? Because that's what the job is.
It's not of Abigail. Abigail, we're gonna get Abigail. We're gonna get her out.
What did he tell you? What is happening?
There's the purpose of this plant or whatever. We don't really know what it is, but we kind of need to find out what it is. And
Dude, take 3 breaths. What's going on, dude?
For once in my life, I agree with Cell. Maybe take 4 breaths. I changed my mind. Just take 4 breaths.
like that?
Hey, Marmot,
That's perfect.
Marmot,
Yeah.
you're okay. If you don't want to talk about it, we trust you. That if it was information we really needed to know, you would tell us. If this is too much to talk about, if the officer has something on you and he's telling you not to tell us, like, whatever it is, just tell us when you're ready.
Maeve, 1 second. Marmot, it's totally okay. Whatever's going on, you can tell us, okay? If the officer has too many things going on or with you, or if there's lots going on, you can tell me, okay? You don't have to tell everyone else because you trust me more than everyone else, right?
Yeah. No, I'm telling you guys.
Good. Now
everything I know. I'm telling you, at least. They were just a little vague. So I'm just doing my best with the information that I got.
So whatever it is, we find anything that is suspicious or weird, we just got to make sure we can get it back to them.
Yeah.
When we next meet up with them.
Yeah, I sort of have the feeling we'll know it when we see it.
And we need to video it?
Yeah.
Molly, that's going to be your responsibility.
I was just going to ask, are there any specifications on the video quality? Because I've got a lot of cameras. I've got this old one. It's a Microsoft webcam circa 2003.
So it's 900 years old.
It's an ancient form of technology, but if you have the right extension cables, it works sort of all right.
I think maybe just the camera that's on your data center is probably good enough. The one you carry around in your pocket probably good enough.
It also comes with a convenient clip-on, so I can clip it on to my my vest.
Wow.
Right, well,
you're so prepared for things.
It's like a body cam.
I guess whatever it is, maybe Dawn will be able to give us a bit of information on it too. Because if people off planet have suspicions, I would be surprised if Dawn's son doesn't have suspicions as well.
Ugh, I think you're completely right. Based on the amount of sweat still streaming from Mom's semi-mechanical face here, I think we better get going. Do we know where we're headed?
For once, I'll agree with Molly.
I think we're just headed into Mother Jones.
Mother Jones, calling Mother Jones.
I'm so glad that you're feeling better.
Sorry, my CD was playing.
You youngins.
With your
and your gadgets and machines.
Amazing. Are you guys heading to the Mother Jones bar?
Yeah.
Tavern?
Yeah.
Where Dawn Sun has set up her headquarters. As you make your way there, this district has a very different vibe to the rest of the districts in Gorto City that you've encountered so far. Notably, there's basically no meat sec presence here at all. And a lot of this kind of like underlying tension that you had been carrying, it's not present in this city. This is or in this particular district of the city. That being said, you do notice that there are, you know, people in plain clothes kind of at like various points, you know, like some street corners. Some of them are, you know, kind of up on buildings, and all of them wearing suspiciously long, suspiciously bulky jackets with their hands under them. And you recognize these as like essentially kind of like security for this particular area. You make your way to this bar. This bar is mostly underground. It looks like any structures that are kind of like above ground on this kind of particular sunken mesa that the Rusticum district is on is it just seems like kind of like warehouse. Like it's like very like brick, nondescript, nothing really like going on there. But there is a spiral staircase that leads down, and there's just kind of like a big neon sign with like pointing down the staircase that just says Mother Jones. You go to make your way down the stairs, very like single file, and as you open the door, there's kind of like this airlock style doors. So you open the first one, and you immediately encounter two what look like miners, almost like really big hulking people, and they both have shotguns. They're not pointed at you, but you can see them immediately just like get a bit tense, and you can see the shotguns, you know, which are kind of like hung from straps, just immediately kind of pick up a little bit, and they don't say anything to you. They just eye you.
Good day.
Salutations.
Oh, hello there. Oh, are those your weapons? Wow.
It feels like maybe Molly is trying to do a check of some description.
Yeah, I should probably roll for something.
For sure. Yeah, you've got it. Go ahead and roll. What would you think? Do you think charm? Is that what Molly's trying to do? What's Molly's goal here?
She's trying to like lull them into a sense of security because like, wow, because I'm wearing a like very sex forward outfit. So I'm just trying to be like, I'm here to just have a drink, and I'm not suspicious. My friends aren't either. Don't look at them. Look at us. I'm referring to me and like my boobs and stuff.
Yeah, copy.
Yeah.
Weirdly, I immediately understood that when you said us. Hell yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Go ahead and make a charm check for me.
That's a fail. That's quite the fail.
Gotcha. Okay. So as Molly kind of like gives this line, their eyes like track to you, and then instead of putting them at their ease, you know, you have this kind of like moment of realization of like, wait, normal people don't try to look inconspicuous, you know, like there's this kind of thing where it's just like, oh my God, why are you trying to get people to like not notice you? And they've actually now honed in on you. And you can see one of them just kind of steps forward. It's just this like bigger guy, like shaved head, kind of like dirt under his fingernails. Just says, "Fuck do you guys want?"
Sorry, that came off wrong. I'm so sorry about her. There's some information about the big folks upstairs that we think Dawn might want to know about.
So you're here to see Dawn?
Yeah.
And then kind of like nods over his shoulder. The other one speaks into a little like lapel radio. This is 4 people here for Dawn. And they don't invite you in, notably. And you can see the one who spoke into the radio has now like angled their shotgun in such a way that it should be very quick for them to like lift it up and point it at you guys if necessary. They're still not pointing it at you.
Cell reaches into their pocket and pulls out their real meat.
You're going to reach into your pocket?
Yeah, just, quickly grab a real
The
meat.
shotgun comes up immediately. Both of them.
Whoa.
Like focus.
Whoa. Relax. Hey, Molly, don't you worry. Hey.
It's fine.
Folks,
He cuts
good to see you, folks. Hey,
cuts hair.
I just want to show my real meat ID. Say, hey.
No.
No,
Why not?
This is
I'm
not.
Cell.
This is not his idea. Wait, we found this ID.
You work for Real Meat.
No.
You work for the fucking company.
No, we found it, and we wanted to. We were wondering if you guys had a lost and found.
Okay, nice and slow, Grandpa. Or I swear to God, I'm going to paint the back wall with your fucking brains.
Sorry. I found this. We're just trying to show. Look. I found this. We're not up with those folks. What our friend here is saying is legit. Okay, what Maeve is saying is what it is. Look, we're not with these folks.
Whoever would like can make a persuade check between the two of you with a penalty dice.
I'll do it. That didn't go where I thought it.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I had different thoughts. My persuade is not good. Is yours better?
I don't have anything in persuade.
Sugar cookies. Yeah.
Okay, so failure. You can see them like really quite worked up. Like you can see all the things like, the pupils kind of whoosh, like have just like gone to like pinpricks and like they have their guns on you and the yelling kind of like it just keeps going and turns into this kind of like noise. Like you can't even pick out the specific words. And then all of a sudden you hear a voice from within the bar just yell, boys, calm down. And a woman steps into view. You recognize Dawn Sun from her posters. She's definitely holding a gun in her hands, but she's got it kind of like low. Tilts her head to the side. She says, she looks at you, Celery. The boys get real nervous when you reach into your pockets and they don't know who the fuck you are. And you wouldn't be the first person to take a run at me this week. So why don't you guys tell me your names, tell me what the fuck you want, and we can figure out whether we have a drink together or whether we throw your bodies over the side of the mesa.
Look, Don Son, I hear you. I'm Celery. I'm deeply rooted. It's nice to see you. We're going to have a nice drink. That's all I'm here for. Celery has their hands up in the air in a very charming, nice way. That's all it is.
Amazing.
I'm Maeve, Maeve Carmel. You probably, I think you might have encountered my sister at some point, and that's why we're here, but it's turned into a real mess. And there's some information that Lucas Furin had that we think that you should know. So we wanted to come tell you about it because we're not from here. We don't have any power here, but what's going on isn't right. And there's a guy without eyes and something has gone terribly wrong. And we just need to be able to get it dealt with.
We don't know how, but we're on your side, but we don't know what we're looking for, but we think you might be able to help us find it.
Hi, I'm Marmot. Coincidentally, my last name is Jones. That doesn't feel relevant right now. We think we have some stuff in common.
We also brought, before, I imagine you'll search us, and we will hand over whatever you want. Lucas Friend did have weapons that we think you could use, so we disassembled them and brought them for you.
I don't want to reach too quick, but I got it on me, Donson. I don't want to reach. I understand you've had a long week.
I don't actually look like this. This is weapons and stuff. That's why I look like this. It's weapons.
You don't have a BBL.
Shut up, Cell.
You can see Dawn just kind of like processing, tilts her head to the side. This kind of steely glint enters her eyes. Dawn looks to be in her like mid 40s. While like the posters, there was like a little bit of, kind of like some image crafting done to kind of, clean it up a little bit. There is this like a very commanding presence there, but you can see Dawn, looks to be like in her mid 40s. Her hair is like black with like liberal streaks of gray. Looks like, crow's feet beside both eyes. And definitely like, as you're looking closer at her hands, you can see, there is definitely like some scarring and the musculature of like somebody who has worked hard labor their entire life. And this steely glint enters her eyes. She says, well, if you're here to take a shot at me, then you're welcome to try. But you should know that the last few people that they've sent after me didn't go so well for them. Well, so you probably... No. I'm not done.
Excuse me.
It sounds like you're all in a bad way, which makes sense on this fucking planet. Come on in. We're going to have a drink and we're going to have a talk.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I told you all to trust me. But whatever.
Shut up, Sel.
All right, Richie McGee. Let him in.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Sel kind of almost fucked us, Marmot.
That was wild.
Look, y'all are too young for this. I know what I'm doing. Okay? Look at us. Look at us. Now we're in with Donson. What would have happened if I didn't reach? Think about that.
We probably would have been in with Donson like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. Whatever.
You guys enter the bar, and as you go in, you can see, while there are like some workers around, there's some people, having a drink, having some food, that kind of thing. It does look like there's a series of booths in the back that have been kind of converted to like something of an office. And as you look closer, you can see that on the back wall of that like office looking section of booths, there are like bullet holes are all over the wall. Some of them looking like pretty fresh. And Don just kind of like leads you to a table and waves over to the bartender, who just brings like a jug of beer and 5 glasses. She puts the gun on the table. She says, "What do you got?"
First of all, you're incredible.
I know.
The decor here is great. Those look almost like real bullet holes. It's a good vibe you're going for.
I don't have a lot of fucking time.
Right, sorry.
Shush. Let's just give you a little bit of a rundown of my week. She points to some of the bullet holes. She says, everyone who I have trusted to help me run this organization, try to make life a little bit fucking better here for the people who make the rich cunts their money, seems to have disappeared. Half the people who join the union publicly, mysteriously fucking disappear a couple weeks later. If you guys can help me figure out why that is, and help me figure out how to stop it, then you're worth my time. If you're just gonna talk shit and try to blow sunshine up my fucking ass, get out of here. I have nothing for you.
Donson, I'll be straight with you.
Please.
They're not blowing anything up your ass. I'll tell you straight. My name's Sel. I'm gonna reintroduce myself. My name's Sel. We're here to rock with you. We're not here to fuck with you. Okay? That's that. Maeve over here is gonna tell you a little bit about why we're here, and then that will be it. All right? Just being straight with you. All right, we're not here to
talk.
So, Lucas Friend, you've probably heard of my sister Abigail. Her name is Abigail Carmel, and she's been implicated in quite a lot. Previously, she ran away, and my father paid for someone to attempt to bring her back. Believed that she had gotten involved with the Jesuits, and he sent who he thought was a deprogrammer after her. We later found out that this Lucas Farin is actually an agent for CorpSec, and he's been investigating what's been going on here. He has gone missing, and his last message is terrifying to say the least.
Show me.
I guess I pass my data thing over to her with the message on it. He is gone unhinged. We initially went looking for him to try to figure out what he knew, and he has taken very thorough records of what he's done. He had information on 3 people who all seemed to be connected to you. Her name was Marisha, Ashley, and a man named Travis, and we think we saw Travis. He was outside of where Lucas was staying, and his eyes were gone, and he was tearing down posters and looking around, and MeatSec grabbed him and almost killed us and then left.
You can see her start flexing her fist. Otherwise, her face is betraying nothing.
Each of these 3 people has had some sort of interaction with Abby. Whether it was at, Travis was at Narcotics Anonymous, and there was someone there that matched Abby's description. There's someone, a bartender that saw Ashley and Abby together. It seems like these people are running into Abby, and then something is happening to them afterwards. And MeatSec doesn't want people to know about it. And if Abby's actually involved with the Jesuits, and Jesuits and MeatSec are connected, there's something bigger going on. And Lucas was sent by CorpSec to investigate because they believe that they have technology that was stolen.
Stolen from who?
Tech Corp. Corp Tech.
Tep Corp?
Tech Corp.
It's something about,
those guys.
Was it
biotechnology, I think.
Biotech.
But, so...
Look, we're being straight with you.
You are?
We want to go in, and Lucas Friend believed that there was a some sort of way to get past Meatsec to go, because he saw Abby going somewhere, and with Meatsec there was no way that he could follow her, but he believed that you knew a way through. I'm here to find my sister, but if finding her means exposing a bigger plot that's going on here, or helping you or helping the people of this planet, I'm definitely willing to do more than just get her.
She looks to each of you in turn. So your sister is the scavenger.
The scavenger?
That's what we've called her. I didn't know what her name was. None of us did, because she showed up out of the blue. Whenever she's around, people start going missing.
I had a feeling something was going on.
When you say people, you mean members?
Didn't start that way. It used to just be anyone who filed a complaint, anyone who disturbed the boat, rocked the boat in any way.
All back to Meatsec then. Abby, our father was an investigative journalist. He exposed a lot of really powerful people, and Abby kind of followed in his footsteps for a while. You know, she went to school and all that, and you don't need the whole backstory, but she grew up learning to turn against people in power. It was everything she ever wanted to do. She wanted to expose corruption and make things better, until one day she just disappeared without a word. And, you know, she had gone off for a long time, you know, for other reasons, but she would always contact me. And this time she didn't. And now she's been, you know, connected to, you know, the Jesuit. She's been connected to the Jesuits, and that was never like her. She never talked about religion beyond just it being a concept. She never had much patience for hierarchy, and then all of a sudden she just left with them. And now I know that Meatsec and the Jesuits have been loosely connected, and I want to believe she isn't doing this of her own free will, but whatever they're doing, it's able to turn people who wouldn't do it otherwise. So I have to go after her, and if that means that it protects your people too, then I'm willing to do what needs to be done.
See her think for a minute or so, and then she just takes a deep breath. She says, about 3-4 years ago, they started construction on a new district way down in the chasms. Nobody knew what it was for, but they had us build it, and then they shut it all off, and they disappeared anyone who had any questions about it. Pretty much the only people who go in and out of there are Meatsec. I suspect that's probably what Lucas wanted. Lucas stopped by to see me, and he made a trade with me, so I gave him the information that I'm giving you now, which is that there is a service tunnel that was used to build, to bring the materials to build this new district of the city, and it runs under the mega plant. But you can only get into it, they've sealed off all the other exits. You can only get into it from Punch Card Plaza. That's one of the most heavily guarded areas of the mega plant. Most heavily patrolled. That's where the shift change happens. So it looks like we're in a bit of a position to help each other here. Tonight, the whole fucking city's going on strike.
Whoa.
We're not gonna keep putting up with this shit, them disappearing us and killing us, or letting us die to save a buck. But you don't care about that, and that's okay. You're off-worlders. It's not your fight. That's fine.
But it'll certainly keep them distracted.
However, a lot of my people are gone or missing, as you know. So I need people to help get me into the mega plant district. I haven't been there for about a year, because kind of a rest on site, like Meatsec will get me. And I was going to be fine when I had my crew, because they were going to run interference for me. But I need security. You guys have guns.
We do.
And a lot of experience getting things that shouldn't be going places to where they need to be.
Yeah.
You get me to Punch Card Plaza so I can give the speech, rally the troops, and start the general strike, and I'll point out where you guys need to go.
Noted. Definitely understood. We're all in agreement. We're aligned. Let's do it.
All right. I'm going to need a couple hours to get all my shit together.
We can have a drink, make a game plan in here, talk for a little bit.
I will tell you this. You're looking for your sister. Mega Plant is a big fucking place. And that district that they had us build, it's not as big as the Mega Plant, but it's still pretty fucking big. Mm-hmm. If you have any way of tracking her or anything like that, I'd suggest getting your fucking poop in a group. Because otherwise, you're looking for a needle in a haystack.
Okay.
Noted.
All right. I got some shit to take care of. She just kind of looks at each of you in turn. She says, and again, if you're here to fuck me over, just know that I'll take you down before I go down. Understood?
Clear, very clear.
Crystal.
Understood.
Of course.
All right, get your shit together. See you in a couple hours.
Bye.
She just gets up.
Bye. She's gone.
Molly, hush.
Still, don't tell me what to do.
Look, all right, we have a few moving parts for us. We got a lot of work to do. How are you feeling?
I think we need to go. I don't know how we can track Abby.
Keeper, walking around the city, is there like cameras? What kind of security are we looking at besides guards?
There was definitely cameras installed by MeatSec for sure. I will remind you guys that one of the things that Lucas had discovered was the location of Abigail's hab, which was in the Rusticum district here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess we really didn't need to barter with the weapons that we brought. What do we want to do with those?
I say we maintain them. We don't know what's going to happen.
Dawn is like kind of carrying something from one end of the room to the other, and she stops and she says, yeah, no, like, put them back together. You guys are going to need them to cover me.
Okay.
Yeah, maintain them.
I guess we should. I'm just saying that if we're going to go see Abby's hab, which I think there might be some info there we need, we should probably leave those behind. Although you said there's not much for MeatSec here in the district, right?
You haven't seen any MeatSec.
Okay, then we're probably okay.
For sure.
Okay. I guess then head to Abby's hab, see what we can find.
100%.
Okay.
One per episode. We need it. We need it.
Molly kept her stuff in her boots. She's getting out the parts for the gun.
Hell yeah.
In Mother Jones, is there any drinks to go that we can maintain just, for morale and for health purposes?
Yeah, for sure. A takeaway cocktail.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely.
Okay.
They have, I have Mai Tais in...
Juice boxes.
In juice boxes. Absolutely.
I was going to ask if they're in those like real nice styrofoam cups they used to have at a 7-Eleven.
They were going to be, but now they're juice boxes. Yeah. They did that up until last week, unfortunately.
Oh, darn.
Yeah,
I go up to the bar and I get 8 for us for the road, put in my bag. It'll help out with health and such.
Hell yeah.
Health and morale.
Yep. Please add 8 Mai Tai juice boxes to your character sheet.
Did we know exactly where her hab was, or did we have the information that we would be able to find it?
You have an address.
All right, then let's get rolling.
Let me call Harvest. Harvest.
Yeah, sweetie.
Harvest, don't talk so loud, first of all.
You can turn down the volume on your machine.
Cell turns down the volume significantly. Harvest is at like a whisper volume, and
how can I help?
I have right at Cell's ear.
Yeah, what can I do?
Harvest, what's the quickest path to get to the hab?
Absolutely. You want to go?
Okay, Harvest, 1 second. I need it a little louder. I am aging. Okay. Repeat that, Harvest.
Yeah, so you wanna leave here.
Harvest basically gives you directions. It's going to be about a 20-minute walk to get to this hab, and it is in kind of like a deep dark corner of the Rusticus district there.
Is there a quicker incognito way to get there other than on foot, Harvest?
Well, I mean, I don't think there's much by way of vehicles in this district here. Most people are walking.
Oh, okay, there's no rentables, there's nothing outside of that. We're just on foot.
You're just on foot. Yeah, I don't see any opportunities for
Nano Uber was recently banned from this area.
Noted. Thanks, Harvest.
Can I ask a question to the keeper?
Yes.
Is our attire, does it kind of stick out in this area?
I would say if you're dressed very sex forward, your words. I would say your attire probably stands out a bit. And in fact, actually, yeah, that's a good point. I would say like all of you stand out to a certain degree just because like there is a certain level of like, you know, grime that most people who are, you know, kind of coming from their shift in the mega plant, you know, have like just a certain like, yeah, just dirtiness you get from, you know, kind of working with your hands that you guys notably don't have. Maybe Maeve, if you're wearing like kind of like your mechanic getup, basically. But the rest of you, not necessarily. So yeah, you would stick out a little bit.
Okay, guys, I'm just going to really quick go and find our friend Don and see if we can get some clothes, maybe like some dirty
I
scarves
think
or
maybe
something.
we should leave Dawn to her own devices. I think if we encounter anyone in the district who doesn't like us, they probably would bring us to Dawn anyways.
Yeah.
So I think we should just go. And if we need to change outfits, I'm sure Abby has clothes around.
Okay, 1 second. Molly's going to run around and Molly, I'd like for Molly to find like a compost bin or some kind of garbage.
Okay.
And she's going to find just something gross that she can rub all over her boots. Because right now she's wearing like mid-thigh high red patent leather stiletto pointy-toed heels.
Tactical.
They've got the Vibram.
Very Vibram rubber sole.
Rubber soles.
Oh,
yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah, sewn to the bottom. They're sturdy as fuck.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to get that sponsorship, guys. We're going to get it.
No, they're basically like mountaineering, but like sexy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, incredible. So you're looking for basically just like nonsense gunk.
Think 101 Dalmatians when they had to
like the
disguise
soot
themselves
thing?
to get
Yeah,
onto
yeah.
the truck. That.
Go ahead and make a luck check for me. You're gonna find something. It's just gonna be how gross it is.
Okay, I got 72 luck.
Is that a success or a failure? You just need to let me know a success or failure.
It's just like a regular fail.
Okay. So on a fail, you
Regular.
just like a regular fail. Yeah, so you do find some garbage. It's and it does look like it's dark and goopy, and it looks like it will disguise the bright red of your boots, but it smells awful.
Damn.
Okay, so I don't smear it.
You don't smear it?
No,
Okay.
I just look at it and then I go, "Ugh," and then I walk kind of backwards to the closest sofa. I just really like surreptitiously clean my hand on the edge.
Okay, very good.
Molly, seriously.
So?
We got to make our way. You're out here wiping your hand on sofas. Can we cut? Can we
What
leave?
are you talking about? This white sofa always had that grey stain. Shut up. The door's this way. Let's go.
Marmot, I think if we just start walking, they'll follow.
Before we leave, we're not going to use the shotgun and the rifle, right?
I think
Does anyone?
Bring them, Marmot.
I strongly believe we take them.
Bring them.
You what? Sorry.
We should take them.
You want to take them?
There's no meat sack presence here. I don't think we'll really encounter anyone who'll care.
But in the chance that we do,
We'll have something to kill them with. Is that what you were thinking?
Does anyone have any skill with these types of weapons?
I do.
I'm more with handguns.
Same.
I'm with handguns too.
Well, I hold this gun in my hand, so technically it's a handgun.
It's not how that works.
Different category. Okay, can I find like a quartermaster or something and basically trade these weapons for like more ammo for us? Or is there more powerful handguns?
Yeah, for sure. 100%. I would say that would definitely be an option for you. If you're going to go trade in these weapons, yeah, definitely. I would say you could potentially upgrade your handguns here, or you can just get like several more magazines if you want. They do also have, it looks like there are like some throwing knives available, and they might have other things there as well.
I'd like to get the strongest handgun you got.
Okay. The quartermaster situation has like a bunch of ammo, basically, or like magazines for your existing firearms if you want them. But he also pulls out 3 pistols. There is a massive gun that is a Desert Eagle in modern terms. And then there's a big revolver as well, 44 Magnum revolver. We'll leave it at that for now.
So what is he willing to give us for like, what are kind of our options here? As far as like volume of ammo versus the guns.
He'll basically give you he's like, I can give you 4 magazines each for your current firearms. Or he's like, you guys can take 2 magazines and you can take these guns with you.
If I gave you a haircut, would you throw in an extra magazine?
Go ahead and make.
Times Vogue.
What skill are you using for haircut again?
Accounting.
What did we use last time?
I don't even recall us using
I don't remember.
I think we made a dexterity check to actually do the haircut. Let's go ahead and make a persuade or charm check for me.
Fail.
He just kind of stares at you blankly for a moment.
Okay.
And then he's just like, so anyway, yeah, you can either have 4 magazines for all your guns or you can take these ones.
We'll take the latter option.
I think so.
Yeah, take the guns.
Easier to hide in our hands.
Sorry, Keeper, did you say there was 3 guns or 4?
There are 2 guns, basically. So 2 guns, and so the one is a Desert Eagle. So who's taking the Desert Eagle? It's going to come with the spare magazines.
Okay.
What are our handgun skills?
I got 55.
I got 35.
69.
I've got 60.
Oh.
So I think you two should take the better weapons. And just give us your ammo for your Glock, and we'll have more.
So who's taking the Desert Eagle? There's a big revolver, and there's the Desert Eagle. Who's taking which?
Can I take... I'm going to take the Eagle. I'm going to take the Eagle. I want that Eagle.
That comes with an extra magazine. So what you can do is write down damage. The damage it does is 1d10 plus 1d6 plus 3. Yeah.
Nice.
The revolver for you, Maeve, does 1d10 plus 1d4 plus 2. The revolver has basically 6 bullets in it. So after you fire 6 times, you'll have to reload. The Desert Eagle has 7 bullets in it. So after you fire 7 times, you'll have to reload.
And so how much ammo do I have in total?
So he basically gives you another, let's say 24 rounds of ammunition with it. And then for you, MawlEah, he gives you an extra magazine. So you have 7 bullets in the gun and then an extra magazine of 7 bullets.
So I had 15 ammo for my pistol. I imagine Cell and Marmot, y'all just had the base like handgun, right? So would that be the same ammo for them? I could pass along.
We can assume so, yeah, for sure.
And then MawlEah, I think you had the same thing, correct? Okay, then both of y'all would have 15 more ammo.
So extra magazines.
Would the quartermaster have the ability to like modify things, to sharpen things, anything like that? Or would that be outside of the scope of the quartermaster?
Definitely not something you're going to have time to do in the window that you've been given by Dawn.
Fair.
Okay. Cell, I don't think you had a gun, but I'll give you my pistol.
Thank you.
It's a 1d10 on damage and 15 ammo.
In the background, can I have pushed play on, like, I have an iPod Nano, and it's clipped just below my body. I mean, MawlEah's body cam. Playing on it is, you don't really want to fuck with me. Bust this heat. You know that that song?
The audience will have to imagine it because I'm not...
okay.
So we're basically doing... We're all locked and loaded. This music's playing. We are slow motion walking out the door.
Hell yeah.
I do a little wink at the shotgun bearing guys who greeted us at the door.
They're just like, why are you walking so slow?
It's cool.
And then I push the play pause button on my iPod Shuffle, and the music stops.
Cell gives Marmot one of those like parental slaps that are just kind, but like get it fucking together.
Like a back of the head.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's make our way.
So you guys make your way to Abby's hab. Where Abby is living, it looks like basically kind of like an abandoned apartment building. And you can see like most of the windows are boarded up, and the doorway, the main entrance, had been boarded up, but that has been kind of like pulled aside. You guys kind of pull this like big piece of plywood off. You make your way into the building. The smell of like kind of like dust and a bit of decay kind of immediately fills your nostrils. Abby's hab is on the 2nd floor. As you make your way to the door, and you can tell it's basically the only room with a closed door. You try the door, and it is locked. It It's not a good tabletop session unless you encounter a locked door. Mm-hmm. What are you guys doing?
I pull up my thieves' tools and...
Amazing. Are they masterwork? Do you get a +1 on that?
Do any of us have locksmithing, or are we getting through this door the good old-fashioned way?
I've got sleight of hand, but I don't.
Is it electronic lock?
It looks like old school.
Old school.
I do a little spot hidden to look around to see if there's any hiding spots for a key.
Go ahead and make a spot hidden check for me.
That is a success. Nor regular success.
A regular success?
Yeah.
Okay, on a regular success, as you are looking around, you do see, there's kind of like some debris and refuse, and you're just kind of looking around and you see a little section where like that thick layer of dust in the ground has obviously been disturbed quite often. So you reach down and you pull aside what looks like just like some cardboard and some paper, and you do see a little key under it. Grab that into the lock. You open up the door.
As I open the door, I say, you gotta trust me. Okay, you folks gotta trust me.
And then the anti-personnel mine booby trap goes off and you are all killed. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Can I roll a dodge check?
To call this habitation Spartan would be generous. There's basically almost nothing for furnishings, but a simple bed, like a cot, really, and a small toilet in the corner. The symbol of the Church of His Light is painted on every wall and every ceiling multiple times. They seem to be like overlapping each other. Scrawled across the ceiling in what looks like paint that was just like kind of like almost like splashed. It just says, "Soul is a forgiving God."
Oh, she's a little off the rails.
You telling me you guys weren't raised religious? This is new?
No, this is no. She isn't. She wasn't like this.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Keeper.
Yes.
This might be a little bit telling on myself, but can Maeve roll a sanity check?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, she passed it.
Okay. No sanity damage for now, but we're going to keep that energy for a little bit later. Looking around the room, two things come to mind, or two things kind of immediately greet your vision. Under the cot, looks like a small, maybe like 2 foot tall by like 3 foot wide container that's kind of been like shoved under this cot, which is just like held off the ground. And then in a corner of the room, Marmot, you specifically notice what looks like a disassembled personal data center.
Ooh, I'm going to go take a look at it.
The data center, you've got it. Looking at this, anyone else, might not necessarily notice the specific type of like disassembly that's been happening here. But Marmot, I imagine, having done this himself so many times, you notice that this has been basically cannibalized to take parts out of it so that they can be installed in a new data center, essentially. You know that if you can get that working, you should be able to track the new data center that these parts have been put in.
Oh, I think I might have solved one of our problems. I think we can find her with this.
How?
Well, in layman's terms, I'm gonna put it back together or something. I'm gonna be able to find out the parts that were taken out of here. She's probably got them on her.
So wherever she's going, they, leftover parts find their way home?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I look in the container under the cot?
For sure. The anti-personnel mine that is hidden. I'm just kidding. In that container, you open it up. It's very simple, kind of plastic thing. It contains a small pistol with a suppressor on it, a tranquilizer gun with several syringed like darts. You see what you recognize as 2 or 3 flashbang grenades, a baggie full of disposable zip tie handcuffs, as well as several cloth hoods and 4 to 5 rolls of duct tape.
Do we all see this?
Whoever's looking into the container.
I didn't want to think she was actually doing it. But this is, this kind of speaks for itself. She's actually out there. She's hurting people. She's taking them away.
As your vision like blurs and you find yourself looking away from this container, you see on her cot, kind of tucked under the threadbare blanket, is a little journal, old school paper.
Cell notices Maeve's struggle currently. Cell walks over and just attempts to console and just rubs Maeve's back. Maeve, we got this. It's going to be okay. We're going to get through this.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to read the journal?
I think I should read it.
Okay, go ahead.
Just flip the journal open and start reading.
Can you read it out loud for all of us to hear?
I guess so.
Thank you.
You open it up and you can see this journal has been one that Abigail has been keeping for quite some time. So these are from several years ago, these entries. I'm going to summarize because I didn't write an entire journal for you guys. I'm sorry, lazy keeper.
Right before you do,
Yes.
Cell turns on their data center, starts to record.
Okay, awesome. Very smart, very smart.
Molly does the same thing, but she pushes the play pause button of her.
Her iPod Nano?
No, not the iPod Nano.
The
Microsoft
webcam?
My Microsoft webcam.
Yeah, the 900-year-old webcam.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Alrighty, you guys both recording this. Redundancy, critical. It's amazing. You're reading about Abigail's schooling, and she's kind of talking about while she's been like studying journalism, you know, like really excited to like kind of follow in your father's footsteps, and also talking about like the pressure that it takes to be wanting to enter this career that in which your father has done so well. She talks about one of the things that she's trying to do to like help her manage the stress is she's actually started to go to this church group, the Church of His Light. And it starts out as you're reading through, it's kind of flipping through. It just seems more like it's this like community thing. You know, there's singing, there's a bunch of people around. It just really helps her kind of de-stress. And then as the entries go on, you can see she's getting more and more into it. And then she starts to question why she is pursuing the path that she is. Journalism, especially as your father practiced it, you know, is this very like punitive thing. And then so she talks about listening to a lot of the sermons of Juno Angevin, one of the most famous faiths of the Church of His Light, and just that line, soul is a forgiving God. And she wonders if like this is the right thing to do. There are many other quotes from Juno Angevin, kind of liberally scattered throughout. She talks about diving deeper into the church's organization, and she joins a youth group called the Unconquered of Soul. It's a student group who is seeking now to bring the USC's values more in line with the teachings of the Church of His Light. It's talk of a culture war that becomes increasingly militant as the journal entries continue. Eventually, one of her fellow youth group members recognizes that she's craving more, and they decide to introduce her to the Jesuits of Christ. There's a lot of entries where she's going back and forth because she's heard that these guys are bad news. But of course, the mainstream media has been lying to her and doesn't represent the values of the church. So of course, these guys would be portrayed as bad news. Finally, there is an entry that just says, it's written in an angry scrawl that describes evidence that she was presented by a man she refers to as the flagellant, not flatulent, flagellant, Flagellant, that her father had been taking bribes from corporations and other assemblymen to do media hits on certain people. And that seems to have been the final straw. And this man, this wizened, kind of sickly looking man, seems to have completed her initiation into the Jesuits. The date of that is just before what you remember to be the terrorist attack on Persephonia that she was implicated in. Afterwards, the text turns into a feverish rush of gibberish. The words, His light and soul is a forgiving God, almost carved into the page over top of the other entries. There are several blank pages towards the end, and then a list of 3 names. Marisha Ashari, Travis Bell, Ashley Fern. The names have been stricken through one by one, and in the margins of the page is written, It is from God. It speaks with the voice of God. It knew me and looked inside before it broke everything into 1,000 red pieces. I have given it sustenance and been called to its side. I know the truth now. We were not created in God's image.
Well, I got it working. What's going on over here?
She talked about being stressed at school, and she always took care of me, and I was so caught up in my issues with my dad and you know what I felt about him, and I knew he wasn't a good guy, but like she seemed to still want to follow him, and I disagreed with her, and I pushed her away because of that, and I wasn't there to take care of her, and now they did, and now she's gone. Every bit of Abigail I ever knew, this isn't her. She's gone.
Maeve, I need you to come back. I need you to come back. It's okay. I grab Maeve's hands, and Maeve and I are just looking at each other in our face. Maeve, we're in this together. All of my fingers are wrapped around Maeve's hand. We are in this together. Okay?
I can't fail her again.
And you won't.
Whether or not I can actually bring her back, whatever she is now, if that's irreversible, if I can't bring her back, I think we have to... Either we can turn her against these people and save her, and there's a way to get her back to normal, or we're gonna have to kill her.
And Maeve, the only way we can do that, either option, is if you're fully here with us. I know this is hard for you, but we got this. Do you need I have a Mai Tai. Would that help you relax?
I think I could use a couple drinks.
Here. Cell grabs a Mai Tai, gives it, pricks the juice box for me. Here, we got this, okay?
Okay.
Let's proceed.
You got to drink it fast. The straws are made of paper.
Maeve, taking a few sips of this medicinal Mai Tai, yeah. Marmot.
Yep.
Go ahead and make a computer use or mech repair or electrical repair check for me. I'll leave it up to you.
Damn it. God, that's an ugly, terrible roll. I'm good at this stuff.
If electrical repair is on the board, can I give it a shot?
What I would say is you can decide between you two. So that was a failure, I'm guessing.
That was a failure, yes.
Right. And it wasn't like a critical failure? Like a 98, 99?
It was a 94.
Ooh, that's close, but not quite. Not quite. What I'll say, so you could give it a shot with electrical repair, or you guys can help each other and try again. I will say at this point, though, on a failure, just with you, like what you failed in was trying to just like get the components into the right order, but the machine was not very well taken care of. Right. So the act of like trying to get them out, you're like, oh crap, like I'm about to break this. So you stopped. You guys can try again, and you can help each other and get a bonus dice. But on a failure, the machine might be broken, and it's going to be even more difficult.
Keeper, would
Yes.
I have the opportunity, because of my old age, to recognize that I might have some history and understanding of the device, just to be able to speak to the fragility, be able to speak to certain pieces of it, not actually know the mechanics and how to fix it, but maybe that could support them.
Do you have any skill in like computer use or electrical repair?
Neither.
Okay.
I got a lot of history, though.
Gotcha.
Give
A lot of
moral
history.
support.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Moral
what
support
is-
would be there. Moral support would be there.
So of the skill options that he gave, kind of what is your highest score? Like,
Computer maintenance,
okay.
85.
Okay, then that's higher than what I have in anything.
Okay. So I'm making a roll again with a bonus die. Is
With the
that the
bonus
idea?
dice, you two working together, you've got it.
Okay.
However, if you fail, I get to kill you.
Yep.
I think that's a M21 model.
Okay. Is that? Okay, so we got a success. Let's roll again. Jeez. Not a great roll, but I succeeded.
You succeeded. Okay, so you have the parts. Owing to that previous failure, you don't get this device working by itself. So you have to slave it to your personal data center in order to get it to work. However, you are getting a faint signal. The signal that you're getting, the reason it's so faint is often like just kind of doing a little bit of troubleshooting in your mind, is you imagine that it is underground. But you do notice that it is coming from a section of the city that in the official map of Gorto City It's not actually listed as a real location, but it does match the description of the district that Dawn gave you that has been constructed recently.
Can I do a little spot hidden check in the habitat just to see if there's anything else that we haven't seen? Maybe there's a little bit of, something underneath the floorboard or something that we haven't seen.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and make a spot hidden check for me.
Can I make one too?
Yeah. I'll say you two can both make one separately.
I critically failed.
Yeah. You are so convinced that you know exactly how to disassemble and reassemble the personal data center. Marmot's doing it, like Marmot and Maeve, totally doing it wrong. So that just is kind of like really occupying all of your mental faculties at the moment. MawlEah.
Just a regular fail.
A regular fail. MawlEah is just dealing with all the dirt and grime here. And there's still there's a smell that's just vaguely reminiscent of that black goop that you found in the bin earlier. And it's really throwing you off your game.
I'm just constantly looking around at myself thinking is it under my shoe? I'm doing this check of, is it here? Is it here? Where is it coming from? But it's all in my head, I'm sure. But yeah, so I'm just totally preoccupied with that.
Hell yeah.
So, Keeper, which district are we in right now?
You're in the Rusticum district. Or Rusticus. Sorry, not Rusticum, Rusticus.
Rusticus. Okay.
I did actually write Rusty Cum, and
Amazing.
I thought of that. I was like, okay, that's funny.
And because I've got the map up that you sent us a million years ago. I'm sensing the signal underground, and is it towards this redacted area?
It's towards the square that says redacted. Yep, you've got it. And that was not on your official map. It's definitely because your keeper didn't feel like making two different maps for you guys.
So I think what we're going to get here, would we have assumed that Dawn's previous crew would have had a plan of how they were going to get her into where she needs to be this evening, or do we have to come up with that plan from scratch?
You can assume that there would be, you kind of got the impression that there is a plan in place and they just need bodies for it. Because, realistically, you guys did just walk in off the street. It's not like Dawn is going to put the planning and execution of a major operation in your laps. It's just you guys are bodies. You seem to be kind of having interests aligned with Dawn's. So you just mostly need to show up.
All right. Well, then I guess we'll head out. I think if y'all recorded, me reading the journal aloud out, maybe we leave that here.
The recording?
No, the journal.
The journal.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we've got it double recorded, actually. Mine's better, but it's double recorded.
Keeper, can you just recall the items that were in the chest, including the Ziploc,
Yep.
the zip ties, etc.?
Totally. So there you find...
Yeah, because there was some weapons and stuff in there that we could use, right?
Yep, you've got it. There's a silenced 22 pistol. There is a dart gun with several syringe darts and some, I would say, 3 flashbang grenades.
Folks, I would like to... I propose that we take some of this stuff here. I do believe we should.
I think the tranquilizers could be helpful for if your sister is not going to come freely with us.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Do y'all mind if I take that?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
How many syringes would be with it, Keeper?
We'll say 4.
I've got pretty good stealth, so maybe the silenced weapon I could make some use out of.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there throwing?
Throw is a skill. I think
Throw.
MawlEah, you had a throw skill. You tried to throw a unicorn at someone and it went badly.
No, I don't. I don't have a throw. She doesn't have a throw skill.
Oh, okay. Does anyone?
Which
just
might be
went
why it went badly, yeah.
Is there a drop?
There isn't. Definitely. So I'll clarify. I'm not going to ask you for a roll if it's something at the top of I don't know, like a long staircase and you're just going to like pull the pin and drop the grenade down, like I'm not going to ask you for a roll in that.
But if we're going to try to land it in a basket 2 fields away, then you might want to...
Exactly. Or like, toss it through like a small window or something like that.
And are we using the throw skill or the demolition skill?
Throw skill if you are trying to huck it at something. Demolitions if you are like placing it and then setting it to go off. Like,
Can I take the flashbangs? I think that would make sense. And then if worse comes to worse, I'm happy to just give you folks one if need be.
Sure.
Because, hey, we never know. We never know.
Do we want to mention... I suppose Dawn's crew probably already has flashbangs if they would want one, but do we want to mention it to them if it would help their operation?
Yeah, I think it would help curry favor with them, right? Just really further solidifies we're there with them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then let's head back and...
You should take the twist ties too.
I'll take the twist ties. Good call.
The zip ties?
Zip ties.
Zip ties.
Yeah.
Significantly different than a twist tie.
significantly more structural integrity.
Just in case we come across like a bag of bread, it doesn't that someone lost the...
It almost got stale.
I'll take the duct tape. I'm sure I could fix something with it.
There we go.
Perfect.
I'll just
do you want the hoods to like layer over your boots, Molly?
Ugh, I like the way you think, Maeve. I totally get why Harvest has a thing for you now. I mean...
Platonically.
Yeah, that's totally what I meant. Yeah.
You could zip tie it so they don't fall.
I'm actually fine. I've got twist ties.
I would love to
find
see
Molly. That's what I want to know.
I would just love to see inside of Molly's like handbag. Like it's just like asbestos toys
Why do you
and
think
duct
my
tape.
boots are so high?
Oh, there it
The
is.
inside is
Okay.
just so greasy.
Oh, yeah.
It's just covered in boot lube.
She hides all her secrets in there.
Incredible.
I guess we're heading back to Mother Jones.
Cool.
For sure. You make your way back there, and it is now kind of like hustling, bustling activity. There's actually like quite a few people kind of coming in and out. You can see Dawn is kind of like putting on like a bulletproof vest, and then is like putting like a kind of button-up shirt over it, and then her jacket. And she sees you guys come in. You guys are kind of waved in. She just says, okay, here's the plan. We're going to be leaving soon. We have word going out. There's going to be several people who are going to be creating some distractions at the other end of the train system to get into the mega plant district. I'm going to need you guys to stay close to me and then handle it if there are any meat sec operatives who try to get in our way.
That sounds good.
Yeah,
We
can do
did
that.
locate some flashbangs if that would help with any of the crews causing distractions anywhere along the line.
Yeah, absolutely. And she just kind of like points to this crew. Looks like they're getting ready to leave like right away. She says, yeah,
Do we want
toss it to them.
keep one of them for ourselves and then pass along?
Sounds good.
I've got it.
Celery hands 2 over to Molly, who covers them in boot lube, then hands them over.
The
Hell
tube's
yeah.
almost empty. God damn it. Right. Here you go.
Cell leans in and says, hey, do you have any extra gear, any extra helmets, bulletproof vests, stab-proof vests that we can utilize as well on this journey?
She's kind of like sighs. Go ahead and make a luck check. Can I get everyone in the group to make a luck check? We're looking for more successes than failures. That is as hard to fail.
Oh my
Carlin,
God.
it's 98. Good Lord.
Mine was beautiful. I got a 6.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
I got a failure.
Failure.
Okay. There is one vest, one bulletproof vest
And
available.
There's room for Mai Tai juice boxes.
Yeah, there are tactical juice, like pockets for sure. They're like shoulder holsters, like they're like under your arms. You just like whoosh, Mai Tais.
Amazing.
So there is one bulletproof vest. Up to you guys who gets it.
Folks, what do we want to do? The old person here takes it, or you folks want to take it? What do we want to do?
Well, who will be the highest risk? Who's going to be at the front? Who's going to be the one that they're most likely to shoot at? We could all hide behind that person.
I
Why are you
mean-
pointing at me?
Oh,
Marmot,
I'm
suddenly
just-
you're all brave. Little man over here, just graduated grade 7, knows how to call the shots, hey?
I'm just saying, even with the hoods on the boots, they're still bright red.
but they'll be intimidated by my grace and beauty.
I don't know. I think out of all of us, you're the best shot. You've got the best gun.
Actually correct, strangely enough. Yes.
So I think, I don't know. I think I don't want any of us to go down, but I think the one who can fight back the best is probably not the person to risk.
Hey, I've been waiting a long time for this.
Celery says, Molly, here.
Thank you.
Put it on right now.
I am, but just let me show you what I've got. Zip. It's a zip-up vest.
It's a life jacket.
It's actually a PFD. Like, amazing.
Check this out. Everyone said that I was a fool for buying boots with this feature until now. Molly reaches down and just under the ankle section of her left boot pushes a little button that up until now everyone thought was just a cool gold embellishment. And out of the side panels of my boots, these like Victoria's Secret style wing things come out. You know, Victoria's Secret circa like the mid 2000s where they would wear wings all the time. They put wings on anything.
What?
It's boots though. So the reason why is because you guys now have, well, for fashion is why I bought them first, or she bought them first. But this time it's because now you guys have greater space to hide behind undetected. As you hide behind me and we walk.
I'll tell you what. If you construct or manage to find a scenario where your teammates have to hide in like a tiny 1 foot square directly below your ankles.
No. These are thigh-high boots. These fan out like 3 feet.
Okay, then reduce your move. They can be that huge, and then you can reduce your movement by 3.
Okay, that would make sense. They're made of like gauze and wire and like bejeweled satin and stuff.
I think they're a little bit more distracting and a little bit more attention grabbing.
Everyone in the room stops talking and looks at these massive boots. And Dawn, just with this expression that is instantly recognizable as like, oh, I assumed a level of competency in this crew. Absolutely is not there.
All right,
you don't understand. I normally wear them folded.
Molly, well, I appreciate your
don't do this to me,
expression.
Maeve. Come on. I'm here to support you guys.
I think for right now, let's maybe close the chapter on the boots.
Maeve, that's all I've got.
Cell, as Molly is using boot lube. Cell walks up to the bar really quick and just says, "Hey, you have a pack of matches?"
Yeah, actually.
Cool. Can I get 3 packs?
I know I have 1 pack of matches.
Okay. Can I have the pack?
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, he totally. He's like, yeah, I guess. Here you go.
Thanks. Cell just kind of throws into their bag.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty.
I guess we're rolling.
Ready to roll. You guys, having packed up the boot wings, you make your way with this crew, and you can see like you guys are handed these like trench coats that help you kind of like, blend in with everyone else. You leave in like started groups, and Dawn has like a hood up, is obviously kind of concealing her identity. As you approach the train station to head over to the Mega Plant District, you can see that there are meat set guards there. And then there's this kind of like kerfuffle, like a bunch of other obviously union members, kind of come, and like one of them like throws a rock at the meat set guards, and they all like kind of pull out batons and riot shields, and they start to deal with that. You guys manage to like sneak in the chaos. You get onto the train as the train is bringing you through to the Mega Plant District. Dawn just kind of lowly says to you, she's like, okay, this is the part where we're at the most risk. If we can get past the checkpoint into the Mega Plant, we should be good. You guys ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Alrighty. Could I get, once more, everyone to make a luck check?
I got a 6.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which is for me, hard success.
Okay.
I got a 92.
Youch.
I believe I failed.
I got an 89.
Good lord.
I have terrible luck, but I got a success.
Hell yeah. 2 successes, 2 failures. Okay. As you guys approach the train station, you can kind of immediately see, as you're kind of like coming out of this tunnel, you can immediately see that the mega plant district is, you know, kind of in a bit of chaos. You can see a few Ned-led drones kind of flying overhead, and you enter the station itself. Immediately, there's about a dozen Union members who just kind of like fan out in kind of this like crescent circle. You guys are staying close to Dawn. There are a ton of MeatSec agents, heavily armed, kind of watching the train. On 2 successes and 2 failures, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity here. You can see, as you are all going to leave, if you've ever been in a subway, not the sandwich restaurant, the public transportation, you know that there are often like huge kind of gusts of wind as like trains heading the different direction will go. You kind of see one, and you see it go to catch Dawn's hood and pull it back in front of all of these MeatSec agents.
Ooh.
Maeve and Marmot succeeded their luck checks. You both get a check. What are you guys trying to do to prevent this from happening? Or what are you guys what's your solution here?
Maybe just try to put myself in front of her, like so that she can have a second to pull it back down.
Yeah, for sure. I would say for that, go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Could I say that that's a dodge?
No.
Darn. Yeah, no, I fail.
Fail. Okay.
What was that, a stealth check?
Stealth check.
Oh, I didn't think that would be handy. Yeah, can I try and do something similar?
Tell me what you're doing.
I'm going to pull a hood from Molly, one of the hoods that was in...
Yes, continue.
A boot hood.
I think I'm gonna grab a hood and fucking throw it on her head and like maybe like a bodyguard, like throw her down so she can recover. I don't know, is that too much?
I could say you can try to do that. That's less of a stealth check though, and that's more of a kind of like sleight of hand check.
Yeah. But that's what's occurring to me.
Okay. That would be more, so that's more of a sleight of hand check.
Oh, no. Are you sure it's not a library year? Ooh. Fail.
Okay. As you go to try to pull one of the hoods from Molly's boot, and Molly, you kind of like immediately clock that like something is happening here. Mm-hmm. You go to grab it and you try to help, but like the two of you just can't coordinate in time.
The fucking wing is in the way.
And Maeve, you're trying to like step out, but it's kind of like this narrow thing, narrow doorway to get off the train, and just all of this is happening at the same time, so you can't get between her and the MeatSec agents in time, and that gust of wind whoosh, totally blows her hood back, and her face is fully exposed, and you can see it looks like there are like 2 of the MeatSec agents immediately just kind of like whoosh, lock in on her. You can just see her go, shit.
Cell reaches into their bag, grabs a flashbang, and just pulls the pin.
Holy shit.
They just pull the pin and they just toss it on the ground. So that there's no wind, nothing. They just toss it on the ground, probably about 4 inches in front of them.
Well, maybe a little further than that.
Do you know? I will ask. Does Dave know what a flashbang is?
Yeah, flashes and bangs.
That's true.
Flashes and bangs. No one can see shit. We're all gonna hold hands. I said, "This is okay." You know what?
So what a flashbang is? It's a grenade. Yeah, it creates a big concussive force, so anyone nearby gets stunned.
So you know what we're gonna do? I
don't know if that modifies your plan at all.
It does.
Okay.
But it doesn't modify it all that much.
Fair enough.
What we do is we take it and we throw it. I don't know if we throw it or we heave it. I haven't decided that yet. We may bowl it.
I see.
Maybe we kick it.
We're trying to get around the throw check. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe we do an accounting journal entry.
Deeply rooted.
Yeah, deeply rooted. Cell's deeply rooted.
Okay.
In an attempt to distract these guards to a different area due to the fact that there's this loud noise and an explosion, that they all turn.
Okay. I'll tell you what, because you guys are leaving the train. what I'll get you to do is you could make a dexterity check to maybe pull the pin and then just toss it into the train car like behind you.
A dexterity check?
A dexterity check.
So if this doesn't work, do I get to just say, oh, I'm not doing this?
Nope.
Sorry, y'all. A dexterity check?
You got it.
Pass.
That's
that's more than a pass. That's a half of that.
I think you are like 2 points off of a hard success.
Sorry, I got 34. I'm going to use 2 luck to make it a hard success.
On a hard success, hell yeah. So, you guys all trying to do this action. Celery, I'm assuming you are like kind of bringing up the caboose there, right? Like you're taking up the rear. As you guys have kind of like, sorry. As you guys mood. You guys step onto this train platform. Celery, you just like reach in, pull the pin, and then just like very casually behind you, just kind of like lob it. You hear it kind of clink, 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 clink in the train car, and somebody screams, and there's this big whoosh, and the windows of the train shatter as this concussive force goes off, and you can see the MeatSec agents are distracted.
Go.
Everyone says, go. Shh. The other dozen guys who had fanned out then have now kind of like clocked that like the jig is up, and they just like actually swarm these two MeatSec agents while they're distracted. As you guys are running down the stairs at the train station to try to get to the main floor, you do hear what sounds like pistol shots going off. Like,
Aimed at us. Or...
No, they're not at us. No, they're not. Sal knows they're in a different direction.
Sal wills them out of existence.
I will say you hear pistol shots and screams of pain.
I think we just keep going.
Keep going.
We have to get... There are going to be losses today. We just need to get Dawn where she's going.
We have our own mission, our own goal. We don't need to worry about the unfortunate demise of these people.
We just continue and proceed. We continue and proceed.
Yeah.
Keep walking. We keep stepping.
For sure. As you continue stepping.
As we continue stepping.
Yes.
Cell makes a spot hidden check as we're going up the stairs for any batons, any potential riot gear, anything on the ground that could be of use.
Go ahead and make a spot hidden check. We're looking for an extreme success on this.
Let's see what we get. We get an extreme fail.
An extreme fail.
Yeah, we fail.
You drop your gun. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you don't see anything. When you say extreme fail, what did you actually roll?
I rolled an 83.
Okay, so not a critical fumble, but yeah, so you failed. You failed. You guys, you make your way through. There is like kind of like shouts and a lot of sound. As you're getting closer to Punch Card Plaza, you guys look up at the buildings around you. And then the Mega Plant District, it is, in some ways, it seems like all one huge kind of continuous building. The Punch Card Plaza is kind of like more towards the other side of the district. So you are on foot for, probably like a good 20, 30 minutes, maybe up to like 45, if you weren't hustling, but you are. You can just see, this whole thing, this whole district is just one huge building, that seems to just basically be like the beating heart of the city, what the entire city was built around. And there are these massive warehouses beside you as you are getting close to Punch Card Plaza, which seems to be, where the main entry and exit into the actual like mega plant itself is controlled. And you can see dozens and dozens of MeatSec operatives, MeatSec agents on the roofs of these buildings. And Dawn, having put her hood back up, is kind of like clocking them. And she's like, fuck, there's not usually this many of them. Oh, God. You enter Punch Card Plaza, and you can see there is already a crowd gathered. Weirdly, there are no MeatSec agents that try to prevent you from getting into Punch Card Plaza.
Can I do a spot hidden and look for any sort of, like they've rigged explosives or something in the plaza?
For sure.
I'm gonna look for like spots where like maybe a sniper might set up or something like that.
For sure. As you don't even have to roll for that. You can see on the roofs of all the buildings kind of surrounding the Punch Card Plaza. Punch Card Plaza is kind of like this big rectangular like open space. There are MeatSec agents everywhere, basically like ringing the entire plaza.
Can Molly try and read lips just around and kind of see like kind of just to do like a vibe check of what's the energy? Are they like angry or are you
trying to do this on the agents themselves, the MeatSec? Yeah. So the MeatSec agents are actually wearing like face covering, face shielding.
So it's like COVID. Okay.
So I initially got a hard success, but I spent 5 luck to make it a extreme success.
On an extreme success on a spot hidden check.
This time we're going to find the anti-personnel mine. This time it's on purpose.
An anti-personnel, like there's this person who comes up to you wearing a big trench coat and they take it off and it's just a huge anti-personnel mine. This is the asteroids of season 1.5, 100%. As you're kind of like entering the crowd, and you can see like there has been a bit of a dais set up. There are like a lot of people are like kind of chanting, like these are obviously workers who are like clearly meant to be clocking in for their next shift or have just clocked off. Everyone seems to be kind of like on the same page of, you know, like, fuck it, no, we're striking. As you make that extreme success check, there's just something that like kind of catches you out of the corner of your eye. While everyone's kind of chanting, you can see one person standing still, and you go to look over at them, Maeve, and then Dawn just says to you guys, something's off, but you see that steely glint enter her eyes once again. She says, but it doesn't fucking matter. There is a trapdoor in the corner over there. I'm going to get some of my boys to like kick up some dust. You follow them. You enter the trapdoor. It's going to be quite a hike. You're going to be in the dark. And she looks to you, Maeve. She says, I wish you best of luck finding your sister. If you guys find out where all the missing people are going, please let us know. But be safe. And as Dawn like leaves you guys and goes up on stage, somebody else, like one of her cronies, is like, okay, follow me. And your eyes track back to this person as you're kind of like now being led past them, this person who's like standing still. And just as you pass them, they kind of turn their head to look at something else before disappearing into the crowd, and you see a tattoo at the base of their neck of the symbol of the Jesuits of Christ
On the person who's
in the crowd. Otherwise looks like a worker.
Can I, like, is Dawn already kind of walked away?
Dawn has already walked away and is ascending the steps of the dais. Can
I try to point out this person to, you know, one of the people that's guiding us away?
Sure.
There's someone in the crowd there. They have the tattoo. They're a Jesuit. There's someone here. You need to go find them. They walked off in that direction. Something is wrong, and they're here to mess with this.
Your guide, he just kind of stops and he turns around and says, what do they look like? And you're trying to recall features, but there wasn't really anything that like stood out about them. Like they were wearing kind of like workers' garb, other than that tattoo.
They had a tattoo on their neck, the Jesuits, their symbol. It was tattooed on them. They were standing still in the crowd.
Okay, yeah. Well, fuck, I don't even know what to do about this. And he kind of like has a little like lapel radio, and he speaks into it, and he kind of relays this. And he says, get some people on Dawn. I think maybe he's probably going to try to kill Dawn, I guess.
Or do something to all these people.
Yeah, okay, fuck. Shit. Okay, guys, fan out through the crowd. And he kind of like points out this like corner, and you can see there is this like most of this is kind of like dusty, dirty, kind of like bare ground. So there, with all the people here, there is like a little like low cloud of dust that's kicked up. But you can see there is in like basically a corner of the plaza itself, where like two of these massive buildings meet, there is like a series of like metal grates, and you wouldn't have noticed it unless, you know, it's kind of pointed out to you, but you do see one has like a handle on it. And he says, okay, fuck, I don't know what to do here. Nobody's answering me. I can get my guys to follow this guy or try to find this guy, but then we're not going to be able to cover your entrance into that tunnel, or we can cover your entrance into the tunnel. Fuck, what do we do? And he looks like panicking, like...
Keeper?
Yes.
Where would be the closest drone to this site?
Up in the sky.
Ooh.
Quite far.
Cell reaches out to Harvest and turns on the volume real low. And Cell says, Harvest, I need to talk to you. Okay, Harvest, a little louder.
Okay.
Yeah, sweetie, what's up? Yeah, what do we need?
Harvest, yesterday, you were able to control a drone. You had it looking at me. I need your help.
What do you need?
I need you to do some intel. I need you to scan out. And you need to look for the tattoo, the Jesuits, okay? I need you to locate someone for me. Okay, it's here.
Okay, I can run a scan. It'll probably take me about 20-30 minutes.
Can you... Sorry,
Harvest.
Can you ask Harvest if he can just...
I approach Maeve and I say, Maeve, come close. And I turn up the volume and I have it just in between both of us, but I have it kind of incognito. Maeve, Harvest, I'm here with Maeve.
Maeve, hey, sweetie.
Is there anything you can do remotely from the ship to, like, make sure there's less eyes on us or something?
I got an idea, Harvest.
What's that?
Can you make a big announcement from the other side of the drones, the furthest drone from us. Can you make a big announcement? Can you make a union chant?
Like from a drone?
Maybe they got a speaker.
Yeah.
You know, solidarity forever. Solidarity forever.
I like that. That's catchy. Yeah, I could try to do that.
And then the connection kind of cuts out, and you guys all look up, and you see from the still steady stream of drones, one of them just kind of like detaches itself from that column of drones that are flying back and forth from the spaceport, and just goes down to the other side of the plaza, and then and you hear Celery's voice. Solidarity forever.
Harvest.
The volume increases.
Harvest. Switch this voice.
And yeah, you do see. It looks like a lot of the MeatSec agents are like looking over there. What I'll say, because you've done this, you've drawn attention away. The guy, the Dawn Sun's representative here, just says, "Okay, all right, we're gonna get our guys on it. We're gonna look for this guy. Okay, best of luck, guys." And he fucks off into the crowd. You guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get everyone to make stealth checks, but with bonus dice. Everyone gets bonus dice. If you roll basically like a 98 or a 99, that counts as 2 failures for the group. However, if you roll an extreme success, so if you roll a hard success, that's 2 successes for the group. An extreme success is 3 successes for the group.
Right.
We're looking for more successes than failures. 90, okay.
95.
God damn, guys. 80, okay, so that's
And
a fail.
5. Let's go. Let's go. We got a 5. Let's go.
Holy shit.
That would be even with base. What is your stealth?
My stealth is
35 to 5. That's 6. That's an extreme
You
success.
got an extreme success. Let's fucking go.
Wow, I got a failure.
So we got fail from Maeve, fail from Marmot, and I failed from MawlEah and Maeve.
Yes, but I could spend luck to go under. Or would I be able to? No, it wouldn't be worth it to push the roll because I have nothing in stealth.
I would say you can spend the luck. At the moment, you are 1 success away from succeeding. If you fail this, because so that counted for 3 Celery, which is awesome. But then we also have 3 fails.
damn.
How would it be for one of us to push the roll?
I would say if you can figure out a way of narratively of like how you would push that roll and how you would make that work, for sure. But then if you fail, like 100%, MeatSec is like coming for you.
I don't have anything in stealth, so if any of us are gonna roll again, it shouldn't be me.
I don't have anything in stealth either.
Okay. I think I'll try something. I will fold the fucking wings up. I'll try and make MawlEah less distracting. The
wings have already been packed away.
Good.
At the moment.
Good. Not in my mind. But describe the situation for me again, where we've got the drone doing the song.
All the way on the other side of Punch Card Plaza.
Yeah. Who are we trying to avoid looking at us?
There are MeatSec agents all along the roofs of the buildings. They seem to be distracted by this drone that's behaving very atypically. And so there seems to be suspicious, hence the bonus dice. Mm-hmm. But they do still all have like a pretty clear sight line of the corner you guys are trying to go in. You remember like Dawn's plan, and now with like the dirty ground, like that kind of bare earth, you can tell her plan was obviously to have like these 12 guys just kind of like kick up a bunch of dust to cover your exit. But now they are all searching the crowd for this mysterious Jesuit.
Oh, how are they going to kick up dust?
Just kick it up, old-fashioned way.
I'll try and kick up some dust myself.
Okay, I'll say you can try to do that. However, if you fail, the time it takes for you to do that, you will have negated any advantage that the drone has gotten you.
Can we use some luck and like get another stealth? Is that like a thing?
No, it would be basically our options are either to push the roll again where he just rolls again, or I can spend the luck to make one of my failures into a success, but then I have like no luck left.
MawlEah, can you?
So, I have 60 luck, but I scored an 80 for...
Yeah, so
you would
you'd
need
have
to spend every ounce of
basically
luck
all of your luck.
Yeah.
Just to get a success.
Yeah.
Even if that's possible. I don't even know
And
if
I
it's
wouldn't
possible.
even potentially get a success.
Yeah, I would have to spend 20 luck.
Can I give a little look? Is that another thing?
It's not really a thing.
Can I
what
do
is
your
your-
taxes?
So my understanding is if I kick up some dust, I roll straight. That's what you mean by the advantage is negated.
Yeah, because it's going to take you time to do that for that specific thing if you're trying to do yourself what 12 people were going to do. Not going to say it's impossible. In fact, I will just look for a regular success, especially given that there is a distraction kind of already occurring. If you want to think of like an alternative method, that's also an option for you.
Can I ask a question? If Marmot was to succeed, it was to fail, would we have time to make an additional solution?
If Marmot fails, you get the sense that it's just running. You guys are just running there.
Does anyone here have throw?
I think either way, I think base right now they're noticing us. So it's it's either roll again or I spend the luck. However we want to do it.
I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds to come to a decision.
What if whoever has the highest throw, I give them my flashbang, they throw it as far as they can in a different direction, and then we make a run for it?
We already used the flashbang. Or we have two of them?
We have one
then
more.
we just throw the flashbang.
Okay,
let's do
yeah.
that.
One
Let's
more.
do that.
Who has the highest throw?
Pass it to me.
I don't have any throw.
Okay, so I give my last flashbang to Marmot.
I'm gonna throw it as far as I can.
Just like into the crowd?
No, I'm trying to get it so that it explodes in the midair.
Okay.
After we throw, we just make a run for the entrance.
All right. Go ahead and make your throw check. We are going to look for a regular success on this.
Okay. You guys just start running. That's a failure.
Okay. As you go to pull the flashbang out, you put your finger in the little ring. Maeve, you are kind of like scanning the rooftops. You're kind of keeping an eye on what Marmot's doing so you know your cue to run. And then over his shoulder, that guy appears again, the Jesuit tattoo. And you can see him look up to one of the meat sec agents that's up on the roof, and your eyes track to it. And you see the meat sec agent up on the roof just nod and then undo a couple clasps on his bulletproof vest and pull it open. And the agent on the ground pulls out a gun, just shoots and kills the meat sec agent in the middle of, like, Dawn had already started speaking. And you see everything seems to go quiet for a moment. See, falls, splats on the ground. And then you hear this voice of a meat sec agent, obviously artificially projected.
Casualty. Officer down. Lethal force authorized.
And there is this collective as rounds are chambered all around you. You guys can all make dexterity checks as the meat sec agents begin firing into the crowd.
Oh my god.
I succeeded.
Hell yeah.
My dexterity.
Is
I never
60?
did the math for my dexterity.
So that would probably be a hard success for you.
Are we looking for each of us to succeed, or is this more another like group kind of thing?
This will be each of you.
Okay.
I fail, but I'm going to spend 12 success.
12 luck to succeed?
12 luck, excuse me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I got a regular success.
Regular success. So we have a hard success from MawlEah, regular success from Marmot. We're going to get a regular success from Celery, and then Maeve. How'd you do?
I succeeded.
Okay. This cacophony of gunfire starts all around you, bullets zipping. You are immediately pelted as like bullet fragments from the ground and ricochet just gonna, start like hitting you in your face, and you instinctively put your hands up to protect your head, even though like part of you, even in that second, realizes it's absolutely not going to protect you from a bullet. You sprint for the corner. Whoever gets there first, we'll say MawlEah, because you got a hard success in your dexterity check. You grab that handle, and there's a bit of resistance at first as you pull, but this thing creaks open, and you can see this ladder down. You're holding it open as you guys pile in. Come on! One after the other. MawlEah, you look back, and you can see some of the Union members have drawn weapons and are firing, including Dawn, and the people are trying to like pull her off the podium, but then you see this spray of red. She disappears from your view.
Oh my god. Come on.
You all get into the tunnel. Close.
Did anyone else see that? Did anyone else see that?
What the Jesuit guy? The guy I saw, he shot one of the meat sec agents. They
Dawn, did you see what happened to Dawn? She
got their...
Should I do a sanity check?
You may make a sanity check. Absolutely. It's a 98.
No, it's not. It's a 93.
Oh, my mistake. Go ahead and take 2 points of sanity damage. And it's not even Dawn specifically, although your brain replays that, and all of a sudden the adrenaline wearing off, your brain just kind of compositing in these images after the effect. This kind of happens to all of you. Actually, could I get everyone to make a sanity check of just this vision of like the dust being kicked up as people are also trying to move and run away from all the gunfire, but then these sprays of red.
I got a 97.
Go ahead and lose 2 points of sanity for me.
I've succeeded.
You succeed.
Yeah.
You can take 1 point of sanity damage then.
Failure.
Failure, 2 points of sanity damage. And you just, the scope of the horror that you just witnessed and of like the sheer cruelty just kind of like settles in this moment as you are like breathing heavily in this underground tunnel.
I'd like to open up to you all.
Now.
Yes.
Okay.
My name's Celery, as you all know, and I'm deeply rooted. But my name comes from a figment of the past. A past world where we were able to be free, we were able to be one, we were able to be ourselves. A world where we didn't have to fight. A world where we didn't have to lose lives to protect ourselves. A world where siblings didn't become lost. But we have each other, and we're going to get through this.
We better get through this, because a lot of people just paid a pretty big price for us to be down here.
Cell hands out Mai Tai juice box to everyone, and we all
start hoofing it.
Just slowly just consume a Mai Tai juice box, all of us.
Sipping sounds.
And
I look at the tracker.
Now that you are underground, it immediately becomes stronger, and it gives you a heading.
Well, we're closer. It's in this direction.
Okay. Let's go.
Noted.
1 sec. Okay. Let's go fast.
Smalley throws up, and there's usually that instinct to, maybe give her a bit of shit. I feel like the rest of you just ignore it.
Keeper, Cell turns to the ladder. Is the ladder a makeshift ladder?
It's like a steel ladder. It's kind of like bolted into the wall.
Noted. Okay. Thank you.
For sure.
How high up is, like, how far down have we gone?
You haven't gone super far down. You've gone maybe like 12 feet down, and you're in kind of like a narrow concrete hallway, and you can see in the lights from your personal data centers, or if you have like flashlights or anything like that, you can see there's a staircase kind of leading down to like what looks like a wider tunnel.
Is there any way that I can try to use kind of materials I'd have on me, whether that's like the duct tape I got earlier or anything else, to try to secure the door shut?
You can definitely try. I would say if you're just using duct tape, you also have the zip ties. Go ahead and make a mechanical check for me, but we're looking for a hard success.
That's just a regular success.
Regular success. You look up and you just kind of consider the tools that you have, and you can't really think of a way of doing it reliably. So I'll say in a regular success, you probably wouldn't even spend the time like trying. Okay. Like it would definitely like slow someone down for like a second, but not in any way that you think would actually matter if someone was to pursue you this way.
Whereas if we just get going, we'd be the same amount ahead.
For sure.
Okay.
Based on the world that we're in, are there any what we describe as flammable materials from like an earthly perspective? Like, would the steel be flammable in a different context? Would the concrete be flammable in a different context?
Probably not, no.
Okay. Cool beans.
You guys are traveling down this dark tunnel. You go down these stairs and you enter a much larger, it looks like access pathway. There are kind of like building materials scattered around, like just kind of like offcuts and things like that. As you are going, you realize that you actually do have quite a large distance to cover, and you do manage to find what looks like a little cart that was used to just basically transport workers down the tunnel. It doesn't seem to be working at the moment, but if you guys would like, you can try to make, this would be a mechanical repair check.
I'll give her a shot.
For sure.
That is I'm going to spend 1 luck to make it a hard success.
Hell yeah. Okay. On a hard success, You get this working. This is a little like electric, kind of like buggy situation. You managed to just kind of fix it up. It looks like somebody had kind of come in, and this had obviously been like a ticketed job that has just been kind of abandoned as the project was completed. You get it running, and to that end, that makes your lives a whole lot easier. So you guys zip along. Anyone who would like, make a quick spot hidden check for me, please.
I failed.
Fail.
I just have a Maeve got a regular. Maeve has a not Maeve. No, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Molly.
I'm like looking at Maeve to tell me my own name. I got a just thinking regular success.
Regular success?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Same with Marmot.
Same as Celery.
Maeve is way too focused on how good of a job she did on repairing this car.
Totally. Okay, so you get it up and running. You're going, as you guys are driving along, there are like headlights on this, kind of illuminating your way, and you do notice periodically what look like bloody handprints, as if somebody was dragged down this corridor along the wall. Wow. You drive for 10-15 minutes or so before you start to reach the end of the corridor. The signal on your data center is getting stronger and stronger.
Well, we're getting closer.
Do you guys think that just like those bullet holes that these aren't just decorations? Do you think that this is real blood, not just like art?
Yeah, I think it's real blood, to be honest.
Oh my god.
Not a lot of art up on these walls.
But like the bullet holes, just maybe a really extreme design choice.
Molly, I think the bullet holes were actual bullet holes too.
Oh my god. This is so scary.
Yes.
Can we tell if the blood is dry or is it fresh? Is it dripping?
It looks dry, so it's not like that kind of like red color. It's like faded to that like brownish color. Mm-hmm. It's hard for you to tell as you are kind of like whipping past it how long these handprints would have been there. But suffice it to say, it is the only thing that's unmistakable about it is that it is human blood.
Right.
And so we are approaching the end of this?
Approaching the end of the tunnel, you can see, so this is like the only light so far had been from the headlights on this little buggy. Up in the distance, you can see kind of a glowing light as it intersects with another tunnel that looks like that tunnel itself is lit.
Do we want to slow the buggy and maybe go on foot just so we're not making a super loud entrance?
Is my data center, the tracker, is it making like a pinging noise or is it light?
I will say it's probably making a noise, but it's just specifically in your...
So it's not making an external noise.
Not an external noise. That being said, you do get a message just as you start, like, this is back when you're just leaving down the tunnel, and it's from Harvest, who Marmot you know to be Major Ziggy. Mm-hmm. And it just says, I'm losing you. I can't help you in there. You guys are too far underground. It's too shielded.
Well, we're getting deeper, Harvest, Major, sir. I think we'll have to just go without your help for a little while.
Click send. Message not delivered.
Keeper.
Yes.
Sell, while we're just, considering if we leave the buggy or not, Sell does a little spot hidden check inside the buggy to see if there's any sort of map of tunnel network.
For sure. By all means.
It's a success.
On a regular success, you see this is kind of like let's say it's a 4-seater. I'm just picking that number out of my head and for no reason. A little 4-seater buggy. As you're kind of looking around, you notice there's this little like container under your seat, and you kind of pull it out and you go to open it, but there's no visible way of opening. However, there is a little fob, like access point, just on the outside, near the seam of where it should open.
Celery goes into their jacket and pulls out their meat sec ID card that they found. Beep. Kind of taps it.
A little LED light goes green, and it opens.
Whoa.
Like that's some shit.
What'd you find?
There's a Mai Tai juice box. That's quite nice to have one of those in there.
Amazing.
That is quite
one full, one empty.
One full, one empty. There's also there's a map. Look, folks, there's a tunnel network for a map. we can see the potential network for us. Cell shines just the illumination from their network device, just so we can all see it, take a quick look at it, so we have an understanding of this tunnel network.
Check the group chat.
Oh my God, did you anticipate that we would ask for a map?
It was actually just specifically for me because I'm so shit at describing physical spaces. So I was like, I need a physical representation of this.
And
Some of the titles on here are suspicious.
Why don't you give an example?
Breeding chamber?
What the?
well,
Sanctum Sanctorum?
Observation chamber.
I think we're going to be coming in right next to the security station. I don't think we should go in on the cart.
The cart, let's burn it. But like in a metaphorical sense, I think Maeve is totally right.
inside the chest, I also find a few just like random that look like RFID cards.
Yeah, is there
like
anything
that.
else in there?
Yeah, what else is in there?
Yeah, there seems to be some deactivated RFID cards. Nice try, Dave. And you,
Can I do some accounting work with this?
there's kind of like a few tools, it looks like, and there's the only other thing you find is it looks like a signal flare.
Perfect. Is the tools that we find similar to that of a locksmithing kit? Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah,
There's a
it seems like
locksmithing
there's a
kit.
locksmithing kit in there.
So, you guys stop the buggy and you have come up to this intersection. How are you guys approaching it? I'll say you're still far enough away. You're confident that you haven't been spotted yet.
Maeve wants to do a spot hidden check for like cameras and security to see like where to walk, where to avoid.
For sure.
You know?
Yeah, 100%. Go ahead and make a spot hidden check for me.
Changing dice had no effect. That's a fail.
That's a fail. Okay, that's unfortunate. You don't spot any obvious cameras, no.
I guess we just go in together, just maybe quietly.
Yeah, do we know where we're trying to head?
I mean, I'm following this.
Do we have are we able to kind of gauge based on how close we are, like where Abigail is?
So figuring out based on your position and then referencing it on the map?
Yeah, to even get like an idea, is she in one of the open areas or is she...
It looks like, from what you can tell, Abigail is in the holding cells.
Are we by the security station? Like that's where we're coming in
so
from?
basically you guys are coming in from that side.
Is the entrance... Well, I guess we'd have no idea. Do I have access to this? Does my character... Does she have access to this map?
Presumably...
We're all looking at it.
Yeah, you're all looking at the same
Oh,
map.
okay.
Yeah,
So I'm
totally.
going to like push my way up kind of to the front, but not in an aggressive way. It's just
Sure.
like, I'm nice now. I'm just scared. I'm really scared.
That's fair.
Anyway, okay, guys, look. It just looks like it's just one turn, realistically, and the door could be in a straight line, potentially, right? So somewhere along there, we could even potentially have a clear line of sight to the door from our position at the end of the hallway here.
But then we're going right past security station, the armory, and they're going to have people guarding there.
Do you think we should go around the outside?
I don't think that... I think because it's underground, I don't know if that's...
Yeah, we can't.
Can I do some sort of check to figure out, like maybe system ops or something, what these green lines are?
Yeah, for sure. I would say even without making a sysops check, you get the sense that those are the main pathways between the various areas. So for the audience, I've once again turned to my trusty companion, MS Paint, to make an incredible map for myself and our players. There are, so the green lines represent basically the tunnels kind of like between these various sections. Where the green lines connect with the squares is where you would get into those sections.
So looking at this,
Oh, okay.
we don't necessarily know how to get into...
No, the door is right in front of the middle of the Sanctum Sanctorum. See, it's at the very farthest end.
I know.
But it's at the farthest end of the holding cells. So we'd have to walk the length of the holding cells, the entirety of which is in front of the Sanctum Sanctorum.
From where we currently are, can we hear anything?
You can go ahead and make a listen check if you would like.
I'm going to make a listen check.
What a great idea.
Can we all take a listen?
Yep, anyone who can make a listen check.
I ain't hearing
Fail.
nothing.
Fail.
I got a 12.
Nothing. Maeve and I, nada.
Nothing.
I got a really good roll. So actually, because I got is that a 12?
Yeah, that's a 12.
Yeah, can I just do it? Because it's out of 20. Just if I do it in general.
Oh, wait. So what's the base listen skill?
I didn't
20.
even pick it.
20.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's 20.
amazing. So that's a success.
I want to do it then.
Great.
Regular success.
Regular success. Okay, so for Marmot and MawlEah, the two of you listen. You can hear what sounds like boots on the ground kind of like traveling away. So you get the sense that there are people moving around in this area. You get the sense that like there's like a group of people. Hard for you to tell on a regular success and from this distance. Hard for you to tell exactly how many. But a group of people between, let's say, 10 and 15 moving away from you.
10 and 15?
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, so there's people here.
Between 10 and 15, from what it sounds like.
We
Yeah, that's on me. That's on me for giving you that number. Yeah, I could have just said a group of people. You're absolutely right.
So our options kind of are is we keep going through these tunnels and just try to get to the holding cells, or do we want to go into some of these other rooms?
Perhaps there's a way to get into each other's rooms. Like there's a way to get into the rooms through each other.
Like if we went into what is called the breeding chamber,
Yeah, it's hard to say.
would
Don't
we
like
be able to
saying
get
it.
through into the holding cell?
That's what I think too. Is it worth a try?
Yeah, why
I
not?
think we got to go forward and just see what we see before we make any decisions. We don't know what it's going to be like.
I don't actually see a way to get into the breeding chamber from here. There's no door.
Keeper, is it fairly lit? Is it pretty dark? What can we see at this time?
Looking like kind of in the direction that you guys are traveling, it looks well lit.
It looks well lit.
Very well lit.
But we're in a hallway and we know it's well lit where we're going, but we can't see anything. Like what can we identify?
So you're kind of like seeing the light in the distance here. I would say if you wanted to like scout up ahead, you could kind of like, if somebody wanted to sneak up, they could kind of take a look and see what they see from there. But you're just at kind of a weird angle to the entrance to this district.
And the electric buggy, would you say the handlebars are rubber? Would that be fair to say? That it's a rubber handlebar? Like it's a plasticky rubber handlebar?
Just because I want to see where this is going, yes, absolutely.
Okay, so Cell removes the rubber casing off
sure.
of the handlebar and just places it in their pocket.
Okay.
You're just collecting
I
stuff.
just love it. Yeah, he's got trophies.
You know?
I'm here for it. He's gonna come in later. It's gonna be like everyone's gonna be like, "Holy shit, 40 chest."
If only we had a small piece of rubber.
I will sneak up ahead and take a look.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me, please.
Awesome. Hard success.
A hard success. Okay, amazing. On a hard success, you sneak up and your Reaper training just suddenly comes like flooding back to you. You know, Marmot is not very much like the lead from the front kind of guy. He tends to think of himself more as the guy in the chair. But in this moment, you catch yourself reflecting on the fact that you are just instinctively identifying threats and like how rooms feed and like how to angle yourself so that you can kind of be aware of like where the danger might be coming from. And you manage to sneak up basically to the entrance, if you so choose, of this particular district. As you peek around the corner, you can see, it looks like the entrance to this on either side, there are two security booths, one of which is empty. And you can see the door kind of like swinging open as if someone has left it in a hurry. There is a security guard at the other one, and you can see him. He doesn't seem to have spotted you yet, but you can see he's sitting in this booth, got a rifle, seems to be looking between like a little monitor, a little screen in his booth, and kind of like flicking his glance out at the hallway periodically.
Okay, and can I position myself in a way that I get line of sight? Like, is he, the security guard that's there, is in a booth?
Yes.
The door is closed for that.
Correct. And you can see a little fob entry right beside the door.
Oh, great. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the group. Just give me 1 second. Can I borrow the fob?
Yeah, 100%. Here.
Okay, I'm gonna go back.
Do you share anything with us when you come back?
I'll say, there's a guy there. Maybe I can shoot him?
You do have the gun with the suppressor on it.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to try and sneak back and wait for a moment where the guard has his back to the door. And here's my plan. You tell me what I can get away with. I'm gonna use the fob to get through the door and try to shoot this guy with the suppressed 22 before he has a chance to react.
Gotcha. Okay, so you got a hard success in your stealth check before. Go ahead and make another stealth check. I'm going to give you a bonus dice on this.
Good. Another hard success.
Okay, great. This 22, this little silenced 22, does 1d6 damage. It is a semi-automatic, and with handguns in Call of Cthulhu, you can do something that's like panic fire. So you can fire like basically 3 rounds in one go. Usually, you get penalty dice on all of them because you're just gonna bah, 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 bah. However, as you sneak up and you know you can just open it, this booth is very small and this guy is like has kind of gotten up and his back is to you. If usually with a pistol, if you're really close quarters with somebody, it'll give you a bonus dice. So in this case, you could take those 3 shots at straight rolls with all 3.
Great.
And then if you have any cybernetics that give you any advantage on your combat skills, you can use those as well.
If I do, Marmot hasn't discovered them.
I see. No visual combat cortex for Marmot.
No. Okay, so this is on the D100. This is when you say these rolls are on the D100, not on the D6.
You've got it. Straight D100 rolls. So you're gonna make. If you want to make the 3 shots, you can also just try 1 and see how that goes. And if you just did 1, then I would give you a bonus dice on it. So it's up to you.
I don't think Marmot has any chill in this moment. He is going for all 3. Okay, first one is a hard success.
Hard success, okay.
Second one is a regular success.
Regular success. So we're at 2d6 damage already.
And the last one is another hard success.
Hell yeah. Okay, so none of those critted. So go ahead and roll 3d6.
That's 11 total.
11 points of damage. Hell yeah. Okay, 1 second. I've got to make a roll here. You beep tap this little card against that fob access. The door opens. You can see the shoulders immediately tense, and then you just quickly center mass. And you can see the bullets impact, and you're close enough that even though he's wearing body armor, you can see them actually like punch through the body armor because you are just in that like close range, and you are able, like, whether luck or skill, Marmot is able to kind of place them in like gaps. He collapses to his knees, but you can see he's still like shakily holding on, and you can see him just his hand reaching out to like a big red button. However, he did take almost all of his health, like almost all of his hit points and damage. So he's going to miss his next turn. You get 1 more firearms check. You can do another 3 shots, or you can try to do 1 shot with the bonus dice.
What do we think?
If you did...
I think I'm going to take 1 shot. God. Fuck. It's a regular success.
Yep. Regular success?
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, when you said fuck, I was like,
well,
oh shit. Okay, yeah. My brain went a different place.
I rolled badly.
Okay, no worries. But regular success is still good. Go ahead and roll your d6.
Roll the d6. Okay, here we go. 2.
That's exactly how much you get.
Oh, jeez.
He falls, and you can see him just like reach out his hand, and just as it like raises up to like slap this button, your gun just tracks up to the back of his head and
Well,
splatter. Well, it's a 22, so you don't like splatter his brains. You just like there's this like you see the little entry wound, and then his head just kind of like shakes a bit, and he
oh goodness.
thumps to the ground. Go ahead and make sure the 22 is marked 4 less rounds, and say there are 15 rounds in that magazine.
Oh.
Marmot.
Yeah.
As you were there, kind of calming down, you look down and you see the little screen, and the little screen is showing obviously the perspective of a bunch of different cameras, and it's kind of cycling through them. The first thing you see is what looks like steel grating with stairs that look like they're leading down into like a pool of water. And the pool of water all shudders and shakes strangely, as if it was like the whole thing was just like shaken, and the camera just kind of buzzes out for a second, and there's a flicker of like this weird red light before the camera cycles out. The label on that one was Sanctum Sanctorum. It cycles out to another one, and it says Armory, and you can see a doorway, and stepping out of the doorway, you see a man holding in his hands a wide-brimmed hat and scars, very, very large scar He steps out and he moves into the hallway. And you see about a dozen or so heavily armed Jesuits leave behind him, and they are walking with purpose.
Do I get the sense that they're walking towards us or towards deeper into?
They seem to be walking deeper into it. You can see them as like the cameras kind of cycle through. You see them moving actually at like a light jog. And then eventually you kind of track them. They get into the gate room, and there is a man there waiting for them. This wizened old man wearing these kind of like long dark robes. And they all kneel before him, and you can see him go and anoint them with oil before they step into the gate room. At this point, there's a little ding from your personal data center internally, and it's that notification that, yeah, like you are very close to the other data center. It's in the holding cells, and it like really narrows it down.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the group and tell them what I've seen. Mm-hmm. And I probably will want to go back into the security station and see if there's things I have the ability to mess with as a lead hacker.
Lead hacker? Absolutely.
But yeah, I grab the group.
He relays this information to you.
Do you think that they're all in there? Because this seems like a great opportunity to go into the holding cells. They can't see us from there.
I think so. Maybe we can watch the cameras a little longer to make sure. But yeah.
I think now's our chance.
Do we want to try to get into the armory first and see what we can find, or do you think we should just go?
Should we split up?
I'd be hesitant to split up.
Yeah.
Why do we want to be in the armory?
I just thought that if there was anything else in the armory that we'd be able to use, it might be useful, but it will take extra time and we might encounter more people, so.
I still have all of my weapons and my ammo.
So do I.
I'm okay with things on that end. Thoughts?
Is there any doors that are locked that can be controlled from here? What kinds of things?
Are you guys, so you've gone back to the security station?
Yes, please.
Go ahead and make a computer maintenance check for me, or computer use.
Cool. Hard success.
Hard success. Okay, absolutely. You can see with the level of access that this guard has, there's not like a lot that guard can do, but as you know, you kind of like are familiar, you recognize kind of the safeguards in the system, and you manage to like basically trick them into giving you a little bit more access than you would have otherwise. You realize like the doors to the holding cells are usually locked, and the door to the armory is usually locked, but you can override that, as well as the observation chamber. You can override all three of them. And what you can't override, you can't figure out how to get around in this time, is you can't figure out how to override the door to the Sanctum Sanctorum or to the gate room.
Okay. So should I unlock them now? All three? 1, 2?
Maybe not all of them, because perhaps when they're unlocked, someone might get a notification or something. They might know. They might notice. But if we do one, just really fast, sneak in.
Can we do a library use check in the computer just to understand the database and maybe get a better understanding of maybe a descriptor of each room, a descriptor of what notifies what?
Absolutely. Go ahead and make a library use check.
39. That's a success.
Hell yeah. On a regular success. You kind of get the instinct like, oh, okay, if we have this level of access, we can actually probably, get access to like what the rooms are for and maybe some information here. And while you have no idea technically how to do that, you do have Marmot here. And so with the coaching of like kind of maybe how this database might be organized, like how you would do it, Celery, Marmot, you're able to kind of like get into the systems, and you find a folder and it just says Angel of the Gates.
I think if we're recording anything now, taking any photos, I think whatever's in this folder is probably something that if we can get the information back, it will be useful.
Great call.
Totally.
As you're saying this, Molly pushes the button to turn her Microsoft 2000 webcam on, and there's just a moment where everyone can hear the audible sound of the lens adjusting for how dark the room is.
Do you guys open the folder right now?
Yeah.
I will, yeah.
So.
Cell also hits their data center to record.
Okay.
Just to be safe.
You encounter a log, like a scientific log, that it's really hard for you to parse a lot of the information, but it says that basically summarizing the finding of this creature known as the Angel. And you all very quickly surmise, even through the jargon, you parse immediately that this creature is what is responsible for beamgate travel within the USC. There's no technology. There's no power source. It seems that it is just this creature's innate ability to open these gates that has enabled mankind to expand. And then you see a video titled Energy Source.
Yeah.
Can we watch it? Can we push play? I want to push play on this right away. We have to see.
Sure.
We have to know.
You see the video of that thing that you saw on the first screen you saw on the security camera of this room, mostly full of water, with metal grating and the metal stairs kind of like leading down into the water. And you can see very obviously like Jesuits lead, it looks like someone in onto the metal grating. They push them down to their knees and then they step back and you see that water shimmer. Shimmers again.
Do we recognize the person? Is it one of the 3 missing people?
You recognize this as Travis, and there is this eruption from the water as these inky black tendrils that seem to writhe and shoot, just could anchor themselves into the ceiling of the room as this undulating black mass kind of begins to emerge from the water, and then 2 or 3 more tendrils shoot out. The tendrils themselves seem to vibrate and shoot out these like spiky tendrils and then retract. And then there's this ripple of movement and eyes, human eyes open, varying different color all along these tendrils as one just shoots towards the person on their knees and engulfs their head. And there's no sound, but you can see them struggling and as the tendril shakes and then stops, withdraws, and all of the tendrils sinks back into the water. The person on their knees is kind of pulled to their feet, kind of swinging their arms around, and as they turn around, the camera reveals the red, empty, gaping eye sockets. All of a sudden, there's this flash of red light, and reality itself seems to splinter in this video as red light kind of expands. And to all of you so familiar with space travel, whenever you have traveled by beam gates, that is what it looks like. Reality space seems to break apart before you are teleported to your location. It is the exact same. Then the video ends.
Can Sal do a history check? Sal's pretty familiar with beam gate travel, and they can recall a myth about travel and beam gate travel.
For sure.
I'm going to plug into this computer and store it in my head.
Totally. Everyone who just watched that, go ahead and also make a sanity check for me, please.
Yeah, I got a critical success.
Critical success.
Critical success.
Okay. Also make a sanity check for me, please.
Okay.
I failed my sanity check.
Okay.
Same
failure. All right.
Failed.
I rolled a 31.
So you failed.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Everyone who failed, go ahead and roll a d20.
Thanks.
Everyone who succeeded, go ahead and roll a d6.
I got a 3 on my d20.
Great. 3. Amazing.
I got an 8.
An 8.
I got a 10.
10.
13.
13. Maeve, you're fine. I mean, this is like shocking to you, but there is everything has been so much for you, learning everything you've learned about Abigail. There is kind of a limit to what the human mind can be shocked at, and like the amount of like extent of emotion you can feel. And so this hits you and it's fucked up, but it doesn't freeze you up. The other 3 of you, go ahead and roll a d10 for me, please.
That's a 10.
10?
2.
9.
Okay.
By the way, did the D20, was that how many?
That's how many points of sanity damage you take.
Okay, what I thought.
I took 8.
You took 8. Could the 3 of you also make intelligence checks for me after you've marked your sanity damage? Is that a failure? You want to fail this check.
Yeah, I did. I got a 96.
Amazing. So that's a failure. Great.
I got a success.
Success. Okay, noted.
Regular success.
So you two, you rolled, sorry, remind me again, a 2?
A 2, yeah.
And then you, on the D10, you rolled a 10, was it?
9.
A 9. Okay. Let's do Celery first.
Well,
Celery, you instantly feel that this booth that you're in is suffocating. It is suffocating you. It's like squishing you in. It's like you can, when you breathe, all you can feel is like this air that seems to have been breathed by everyone else in this room. Like the air is stale. There's not enough for you. There's not enough for you. And you have to like claw your way out of the room. Marmot, go ahead and roll a D3 for me.
So that's a 2.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d10.
That's all this is. The punishment is he keeps asking.
I just keep asking for rolls until you go crazy in real life.
1.
Marmot, as you were there, there's this like impression of movement as you were watching this, and you feel Celery just kind of blow past you, and then all sound cuts off. So you are temporarily deafened psychosomatically. And then you, MawlEah, you failed on your intelligence check. For the two of you, for Marmot and for Celery, there's this cascading realization of all of the implications. That splintering was gate travel being performed, that it seemed to require essentially a human sacrifice. And then you think that this gate travel has been going on for 9 centuries, and you realize how many dozens, maybe hundreds, maybe thousands of gate transits occur on a Terran cycle. And just the sheer enormity of the humans that have been sacrificed for the expansion of the Promethean Highway, or even just for industry, just crashes into you. For you, MawlEah, there is this numbing moment in your brain where everything goes white, your vision completely fades out, and I'll say for the next little bit, you feel almost like you're floating above yourself, like watching yourself live your life, going through all these things, but you are not experiencing it in the moment. Your brain has protected you from the reality of what you have witnessed, at least temporarily.
Total dissociation.
Total dissociation. I will say, Maeve, you see Celery like break his way out of the room. Go ahead, Celery.
Celery had a critical success for history.
The critical success for history. What were you trying to get with that roll?
Well, Celery can recall in their past because they are deeply rooted.
Deeply rooted.
And they come from a place, and they know their name is rooted in a past world. So they're so aware of the fact that this time travel has taken place, and they can recall some sort of rhyme or some sort of myth or some sort of story
For sure.
about this, but never, thinking of it as just as lore about the time travel, kind of like the wheels on the bus go round and round.
Right.
They'll just take a bus. There's something about this that's now clicked. And now they're recognizing, hey, they're here in this moment. The wheels on the bus are going round and round, but this way.
There's always been that.
It isn't new.
That hint of something dark and wrong at the heart of space travel. And it's something that's talked around in circles for basically everyone who does it for a living. That beam gate travel, there's something about it that's just not right. And a lot of, like, in a very superstitious kind of sailor way, a lot of the space travelers, like, they won't talk about it directly until you get them drunk enough. And all of a sudden, all those tales and all of that knowledge just kind of coincides as well. And you think about the enormity of human suffering and everything as well. And that just compounds, and all of it clicks for Celery in that moment.
Was there anything in those rhymes about a weakness? About a weakness to the thing, or about something about its eyes, or something about a weakness?
No. Although, on an extreme success in history, you think about at some point in Celery's history, the biblical description of an angel would have gotten in there. And then this is like that realization of this being with these wings covered in eyes, and that statement of, be not afraid. That would be a connection that you would make.
Damn.
Maeve, you see Celery booking it out of the room.
And I think Marmot lets out like audible, like, freaking out sounds.
Okay, that's a lot. I get it. We'll think about it later. We're still in here. There's still people that can come find us, and I don't want to
Celery
see
is
that
like
thing in real
running.
life. I guess I go after Cel.
Okay.
Cel notices their one large eye and one small eye are starting to shift. They're just moving. You can feel that.
Everything, it definitely feels like, yeah, you're starting to feel this like disconnection from your body. As you're running, you don't even like know where you're running to. What's your movement speed?
8.
What's yours?
8.
Okay. Go ahead and make dexterity checks for me, both of you.
I failed.
It's either great success or critical.
Okay. You don't know where Celery is getting this speed, but Celery, you are just like, you're sprinting, like the walls are like kind of closing in. You realize Celery is sprinting further into this complex, further into this district. You come up to like a T intersection and just pick left or right. Left. You make the corner and you just start sprinting, and all of a sudden you see a big label, up on the wall that says Armory. The door opens and a meat-sec agent with an assault rifle steps out. Kind of seems shocked. Make one last sanity check for me, please.
Fail.
Okay. The meat-sec agent immediately levels his assault rifle, and there's a first gunshot whizzes past you. Second gunshot, you feel this impact. You take 6 points of damage. How much health does Celery have in total?
14.
Alrighty. You feel this impact in your chest, and all of a sudden your left hand goes completely numb, and you look, you see this like red spreading. All of a sudden the rest of you hear
I don't.
your hearing starts to come back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You hear this.
What's going on?
He just ran out. I couldn't catch him. Are you
What?
able to shut down the alarm at all?
I'm going to try.
What? I'm just coming back.
Gotcha. Marmot, go ahead and make a computer maintenance or computer use check. We're going to look for a hard success on this one.
Hey,
Ooh, that's a happy dance.
Hey.
How about an extreme?
Oh, shit. For an extreme success, stops. You managed to shut off the alarms. However, looking on the cameras, you can see like they did go off for a little bit, and you can see it's like people are confused, but there are security guards now starting to mill about.
Can I close the door to the armory?
Yeah, absolutely.
And try and save Cell?
For sure.
Okay.
Cell, you snap out of it. You are still like claustrophobic, but now you're like, you have this like gunshot wound. Adrenaline is basically the only thing that's kind of like keeping you on your feet here. Marmot, you get that notification like, yeah, the signal is close in the holding cells. You guys get the sense that like it's now or never.
We gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta run.
Okay.
Are we able to? I know that we weren't able to contact out anymore, but can we use like our data centers to contact Cell?
Yeah, you
Tell
can
him to run for the
100%.
Okay. Cell, I don't know where you went, but like just turn around and head towards the holding cells. We got to make a run for it.
Hey, if you can hear me, Cell, know that I know I shit on you all the time, but if you die, I will fucking kill you.
Hey, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. They hit me once, but this is Cell, and I'm deeply rooted.
Let those roots keep you alive, Cell. We gotta go.
I unlock the door to the holding cell.
You guys sprint your way there. Cell, are you making your way there as well?
In front of me, wouldn't there be a guard?
No, the Marmot managed to close the door on him.
But then, then how do I get there?
No,
you
it's,
basically just no.
Yeah, it's opposite
You didn't
direction.
go into the armory. He was in the armory, and then
Yeah, you were approaching the armory.
Excuse me. I run over. Excuse me.
Oh,
I
good.
thought I was.
No. This is not your fault. I'm, historically very bad at describing physical spaces. You all meet up, and you are running through these halls. You can hear voices. There are some like side rooms that you just are kind of blasting past. And you, Maeve, you hear something. It seems like echoing, and it just seems to like stick in your brain. It's just, oh, what is that? I don't know. But the angel has been fed, yes? Yeah, okay. Yes, the angel has been fed. You make your way into the holding cells. As you first enter the room, you can see what looks like a large dolly on wheels, and there are bodies piled on top of it. All of them missing their eyes. None of them have been dressed or cleaned in any way. They're just thrown on there like sacks of refuse. If you hadn't seen what you'd just seen, I would get you to make a sanity check. But at this point, I feel that you guys are pretty strung out enough. You just blast right through it. You run to the end of the holding cells. The holding cell that you're getting this signal from is right at the end. The door lies open. Maeve, you see facing away from you, you recognize lying on the ground the profile of Abigail.
Abby. Abby.
No response.
I walk in slowly, not trying to spook her, and try to, I guess, see if she's awake.
You can see her chest kind of lightly expanding and contracting. She's breathing.
Can I, is she right up against the wall, or would I be able to walk around to the other side of her?
She's kind of in the middle of the cell. You could walk around.
I'll walk around and crouch down in front of her. Abby, it's me. It's Maeve.
Her hair is kind of like over her face, and she turns, and the hair kind of like spills back, and you see two red ruins where her eyes used to be.
I suppose I didn't expect it to be any other way. Abby, can you hear me? It's Maeve. It's your little sister. I've come for you.
Maeve?
Abby?
Maeve, it broke the world red. Broke the world red.
Oh, God.
It broke me. It broke the world red, Maeve. It's the voice of God, Maeve. I was chosen. Maeve, you'll be chosen too. And she grabs your wrist.
Abby? It's okay.
Other hand starts to come towards you. You'll be chosen too. Maeve.
I guess I try to slap her away.
Go ahead and make a strength check for me.
Can we see this?
Yes.
Can I try and shoot Abigail?
Go ahead and make a firearms check.
Like in her arm, though. My goal is to blow her hand off her body.
Okay.
I got a regular success.
A regular success. 1 second. Before you do that, Molly, you manage to pull your hand away. She's kind of like reaching out in the direction where you were. You see this smile. And all of a sudden,
Intruders.
and you hear a voice.
They've killed one of us. We just found a body in the guard center.
Okay, the zip tie handcuffs, zip tire, we need to run.
Here, take these.
Someone else is gonna have to. I don't know if I can overpower her again.
I got it.
While Molly runs over, Cell reaches into their bag. They pull out a plastic handlebar piece, a Mai Tai juice box, and the matches. And they take the Mai Tai juice and they put it on the handlebar.
Okay.
So it's just a little bit wet, and they have the matches in their hand, and they're watching Molly.
Okay.
Can I actually use one of the tranquilizer darts?
You can certainly try, yeah, for sure. This would be, I'll say, go ahead and make either a first aid check or a firearms handgun check if you're shooting it from the thing.
I'll shoot it. That's a success.
Success. Okay. You shoot the tranquilizer dart and you see her hand says, "You can be too, Maeve. I'm gone." She.
Okay,
Go ahead and make a sanity check for me, Maeve.
that is a fail.
Okay. Could you roll a d10 for me?
A 7.
Make an intelligence check for me, please. You want to fail this.
Am I able to spend luck to make it higher?
I'll allow it. Yeah, I love that use of luck, actually. Hell yeah.
Okay. Then I'll spend 3 to make that a fail.
Okay. And you took 7 points of sanity damage. There's this moment where the dart hits her and you see her just go completely limp, and with the red ruins where her eyes used to be, it looks like she is dead. And there's just that feeling of like extreme loss as all of the memories you have with your sister just kind of flood into your mind before you're able to kind of bring it together. The rest of you hear boots pounding down the corridor of the holding cells. They are on their way to you.
Is it coming from the direction where Maeve is and Abigail? Or is it coming from the opposite direction?
From the direction you guys came.
Okay. And so the direction we came, and then the other side, Maeve and Abigail.
They're in a cell currently.
Okay.
They are in a cell.
Okay.
I understand the confusion cell, but they're in a cell.
Is there only one, like we have to leave through the same way we came out? Okay.
I'm
Guys,
going to go
gotta
and
go.
grab Abigail, and I'm going to carry her, try and carry her. Sling her over my shoulder.
Go ahead and make a strength check for me.
Can I help him do that? Because I just finished.
You guys can, if you guys want to do like kind of like a fireman carry kind of thing.
Because I just
for
finished
sure.
tying her up. So like I'm already there.
In that case, then don't bother making a strength roll. You wouldn't necessarily be able to like tie her up and do it, but you could each grab an arm.
Well, no, like I tied her arms together.
She's unconscious now.
She's unconscious, so that's okay.
I think
you can still do it with her arms tied together. Actually, I'm realizing now.
I think I'm going to push Molly away, and I'm going to.
Okay.
I'm going to make the strength check.
Go ahead.
Bad fail.
Okay, you are trying to like haul her into position. You get her into position. You can move, but you are going to reduce your move by 2 while you have her on your shoulder.
We need to get out of here. This is all my fault, but I
You see
only thing I can do is just get her out.
2 meat-sec agents. They say, "Don't fucking move!" And they raise their guns.
Cell.
Shoot. I'm going to shoot.
Oh,
Everybody give me your dexterity scores, please.
70.
60.
65. 80.
60.
60. Okay. Alrighty. So, did anyone have their guns out? I don't remember you guys specifically mentioning that you did, but
Had mine out because I was going to shoot her hands
you were
off.
going to shoot her hands off. So you do as well. Okay, great.
I would technically have the tranquilizer out.
That is true. So, with that, Maeve, you would go first because you have the tranquilizer gun out. You're kind of through the bars. You don't have a shot at these guys, but you could step out into this kind of corridor and you could try to take a shot at them.
Yeah, so it'd be able to just kind of lean my torso out and...
You can give it a shot, yeah, for sure.
Okay. That one is a fail.
Okay, you lean out and you shoot this dart, and the one guy seems to see it coming, turns his shoulder, and you can see that he does have some sort of like Kevlar, and the dart just kind of pings off of it. Next up will be Molly, because you have your gun drawn.
Molly's going to aim for somewhere other than that.
Sure. Yeah, you're just going to like center mass. Yeah, shoot with your gun. Hell yeah.
Well, she's thinking of aiming lower to the ground, like hitting them in the knees or something.
Oh, okay.
Like
Yeah,
hitting
for
them
sure.
in the legs just to like...
To bypass the body armor.
Yeah.
Okay, totally.
Somewhere that they probably don't have covered, maybe.
Yep, no, 100%. So shooting for the crotch is usually what you do in that case.
Okay.
I'll say you can try to do an aimed shot, but you're going to require a hard success on your shot.
Okay.
I think
you're not
maybe just shoot the Molly, because I think why I failed is that it's a dart. You have a gun.
So yeah, just aiming center
Shoot
mass.
the gun.
So pick a number 1 or 2. And that's who you're shooting at.
2.
Okay, so that is a success. So go ahead and roll the damage for your gun. Ooh, that's a very good roll. It's 11 plus, so yeah, 11 plus 3. So that's
14.
14 total.
Woo!
You aim center mass, and this gun, this is a big, heavy gun. So you're just like, you're aiming center mass, maybe a little high, like high chest, and there's this boom, like crash of noise as you fire, and just as like the after image burns away, you can just see this meat-sec agent's head is just missing. He's just, and he just drops to the ground already.
Okay.
From the sounds of it, it seems that Molly, Marmot, and Cell are all in the hallway. There is one.
No, because I've grabbed.
You've grabbed it. That's right. You went in to grab it. That's absolutely correct. So it's just the two of you, just Molly and Celery in the hallway. You can see the other guard just raise his gun. It is going to go full auto. You can choose to dive for cover, which will put penalty dice on his check, but it negates your turn next turn. So you can try to dive into the cell for cover, or you can just stand there and try to take it. So, but you have to make a successful dodge check in order to dive for cover.
Question.
Yeah.
Keeper.
Yep.
I was kind of mid-action when all this happened. Can I complete my action and do
I'll
the
say
dodge?
the action was completed. You have your handle covered in Mai Tai and matches.
No, not covered in Mai Tai matches. Covered in Mai Tai, and I have a match.
You have a match. Yeah.
And I'm in the motion of striking the match.
We'll say you didn't get a chance to do that. You have all of that set, but you didn't get a chance to do that before this happened.
Can I do both, or like I can dodge, or is
No.
that not a thing?
Not you have to
Like,
choose
one.
to dodge, and then you'll lose your next turn for dodging.
Okay.
Or you can try to like stand there and take your chances with gunfire.
Either way, it's not your turn, so I don't think you can do
Oh, it's not my
No,
turn.
but you
Not
have
your
to
turn.
you have
Oh,
to
sorry,
but you
sorry,
have to
sorry.
pick. No, but this is a reaction, so you guys have to choose now whether you're dodging or whether you're not dodging.
Oh, okay. I know what I'm choosing.
Molly's going to dodge.
Okay, go ahead and make a dodge check for me.
But it says then for dodge, it's half of your dex. And so that is 30, and this is 15.
Hard success.
Yes.
Hell yeah, very good job.
Okay, Cell's gonna dodge.
Okay,
Cell succeeds.
hell yeah.
Normal success.
Normal success. Okay, so he's going to get penalty dice. So the first attack roll, he's going to make 4 attack rolls. The first one, he's going to get a penalty dice on. So you guys dodge for cover, and that is a fail. The second burst is going to get another penalty dice, also a fail. So you can see this guy just like spraying automatic fire. You guys having dodged for cover, you managed to avoid it as he is just praying and spraying down the hallway. That will end his turn. That would normally be Guard 2's turn, but he got murdered. So that'll bring us back to the top of the round. Marmot, you're up.
So, okay, because I didn't go last time because I didn't have...
You didn't have your gun drawn. You get a bonus to your initiative order if you have your gun drawn.
Gotcha.
But only on the first round.
Great. May I poke my head out and take a shot?
Yeah, totally.
Does it affect it if I've got Abigail?
If you're trying to bring Abigail with you, absolutely. This will be, well, I'd say probably 2 penalty dice if you're trying to bring Abigail with you. You could just like dump Abigail and go and try to take the shot, but...
Okay, I'll put her down.
Yep. Failure. You reach out, you're just trying to take this like kind of pot shot as there's like chatter of automatic fire ends, but the hallway is full of smoke, so you can't quite get it. You see this guy just kind of like dodge down as well, kind of ejecting his magazine, inserting another. That'll be your turn, Maeve.
All right, I'll use my revolver to take a shot.
Yeah, for sure. So you run out into the hallway, or you duck back out into the hallway.
Gonna spend 2 to make that a success. So
Okay.
2 luck to make this a success.
On a regular success, go ahead and roll the damage for your revolver.
I do 14 damage.
Hell fucking yeah. You, once again, you aim center mass and just boom, this revolver goes off and you can just see a little bit of light through where his neck used to be. His head kind of wobbles and then he just collapses to the ground. You guys can hear more boots in the distance. Are we running?
Yeah.
I think we're running.
GTFO.
Grab Abby and book it.
Okay. Marmot, you are moving noticeably slower trying to carry Abby.
But I'm at 7.
Move 7?
Yeah.
That's right, because you're a very fast boy.
Yeah.
So we have, what are our move speeds? So we have 8.
So 7.
Now 7, but 9 usually.
8.
8. And 8. Okay, great. So actually you are still slower, and you are starting to lag behind. The rest of you notice this as well, as you are trying to make your way now out of the holding cells, back into the main corridor.
How straight is the corridor ahead of us?
Pretty straight.
I propose a plan. I have a plan to help Molly has a plan to potentially get Abby's body to move with us at a faster rate.
How is it? Go for it.
I have so much boot lube. Let's tie her and drag her behind us with all the boot lube on these, I'm assuming, polished floors.
There was a cart with bodies on it, wasn't there?
Was.
Can we dump the cart?
And, it depends on how fast
And then
we
just
can.
roll her along?
Absolutely, you can. You guys managed to do that. I love the boot loop plan. Let's keep that in our back pocket.
We'll
keep that in our back
use
pocket.
the boot lube to help get the bodies off the cart faster.
You guys dump the bodies, put Abigail on there. You start running out. You are now running along the hallway, trying to head back to that like initial area where you first came in. Down the hallway, from the other direction, from the direction of the gate room.
I got a question.
Yeah, fire away.
I watched the man in hat and these other people go to the gate room.
The gate room.
Oh, but I can't get that door open, so that's not a viable exit for us.
How big are these hallways?
I would say they're probably maybe like 10 feet wide and about 12 feet tall.
This is terrible, but can we put some of the bodies in the hallway and using the Mai Tai and the matches light them on fire to cause a fire to block the hallway?
You can hear boots pounding from the direction of the gate room, so the opposite direction to what you want to move. You can try to do that. It will take time, or you can just try to run as fast as you can.
Boot lube is super flammable.
Of course, it's incredibly flammable. Yeah.
Their clothes are saturated in it.
Keeper, the handlebar is soaked with Mai Tai,
And already.
Yeah.
and Cell just lights it to make some smoke. So just to give us at least some smoke cover.
Yeah,
in that
for
direction.
sure. Well, because this rubber, it's like, it's
Exactly.
chucking off a ton of smoke.
Just to give us some smoke cover.
Yeah.
And then we just book it for the cart or the buggy.
For sure.
And then maybe we wouldn't be able. There wouldn't be any other doors to close, and so Marmot to be able to get through them. I think we just need to get to the buggy. We need to run.
Yeah.
So you throw that down. You do hear some gunfire from behind you. There's 4 of you. Maeve, you're 1. Celery 2. Marmot 3. MawlEah 4. Marmot. Fail.
You can stop anytime.
Fail. Yeah.
Oh, thank
So
God.
4 bullets. As you guys through the smoke, you can see some bullets that kind of whizzing past you. You manage to turn around that corner, and from the armory, you see, or they've managed to get the door open. There are 3 or 4 Meatsec agents, all with their assault rifles aimed at you. And behind them, a wizened, shriveled man who just kind of raises his hand towards all of you. And can I get everyone to make a sanity check for me, please?
Fail.
Fail?
Like super fail.
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 Okay. Everyone go ahead and roll a d6 of sanity damage for me, please.
4.
6.
Rough.
4.
So you take that amount of sanity damage that you rolled. What did you roll, Marmot? 2? Okay. Molly, can you make an intelligence check for me, please?
3.
That's an extreme success. Okay.
Oh gosh.
Molly, this hand raises, and all of a sudden, the walls seem to fall away, and the voices of your friends just seem to... What is your current sanity score?
3. It's a 3.
Darkness seems to press in on you, and there is a voice.
Molly, so much was promised to you. So much was taken from you. Molly, your friends have betrayed you. Molly, only his light can save you.
And Molly, for the next 9 rounds, you are trying to kill your companions.
Okay.
Do we have any inclination of this?
We're going to go back into the turn order here. So, Marmot, you are up first.
I shoot the old guy.
You're gonna shoot he's kind of behind a couple of these agents. You can try to make that shot, but I'm gonna say we're gonna look for like a hard success on this shot.
I'm gonna do it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna spend some luck.
Ooh.
How much luck? Just let the people at home know.
I'm gonna spend 8 points of luck.
Hot damn. What is your luck currently?
20.
All right, roll your damage.
3.
3 points of damage. The angle, it's not good enough really for you to get anything vital. So you aim for the headshot even though he's kind of moving around, and you pull the trigger, and just at the last second his head jukes, but you see his ear just totally get blasted off. He grabs it and stumbles to the side. He is still standing, but he's in a lot of pain. All right, that was your turn, Marmot. Maeve, what are you doing?
I don't know whether to try to tranquilize Molly so she doesn't attack us.
You wouldn't necessarily know.
Wouldn't necessarily
you could use
know
your
yet?
turn to try to get a read on Molly, but this is not something that's obvious.
Okay. Would I have an inclination of whether getting rid of this old guy would divert the attention of these other guys, or more so it's they're here to get us and they...
Yeah, how did they react when I shot him?
They seem to kind of flinch a little bit, but they are still focused on you guys.
All right, then I will shoot one of the guys that's coming after us.
All right, pick a number between 1 and 4.
3.
Okay, go ahead and make your firearms check.
That is I'm going to spend 1 luck to make that an extreme success.
Hell yeah, that is a critical hit. So basically on a critical hit, usually you get the full damage of what it would be, your gun would do, and then you would roll again and add it to it. Mm-hmm. In this case, don't bother. You take your shot, once again, headshot, just guy crumples to the ground. 3 is no more.
There's something that this podcast likes. It's women with powerful guns.
With powerful handguns. Absolutely. Is a running theme. And I didn't pick the have powerful handguns, so I'll hear nothing about my potential fetishes. Okay. Celery, you're up.
Celery pulls out their pistol,
Hell yeah.
and Celery's going to take a shot.
Hell yeah.
Celery's going to take a shot at the old dude, our earless pal.
Gonna be a hard success we're looking for.
It's a hard success?
Yeah, because he's still got some cover.
You know what?
Can you get rid of the guy number 2?
I mean, guy number 3 is down.
Guy number 3
There
is
should
down.
be a gap there.
Hey, There's a big gap. He's down on the ground.
There's a human-sized gap.
I'll tell you what. Highs or lows?
Highs.
57, just highs. Okay, you can take a shot at him with no penalty dice.
All right, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're taking a shot at our earless pal.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Oh!
I'm going to use 6 luck to make it a hard success.
Or no, that would be.
May I advise against doing that just because you don't get any extra bonuses to your damage for hard success. It's only extreme
Thank
success.
you, Keeper.
You've got
We're going to do a regular success. No luck spent.
Hell yeah. Go ahead and roll your damage for your firearm.
Okay. 10! And we can use 10 luck to make it 20!
How can we now? You line up your shot, so you like kind of whoosh, put your pistol in. You get a nice sight picture on one of the guards, and then just as time slows down, you switch from your big eye to your little eye. Ooh. And you see this wizened figure clutching his ear, swearing, make eye contact with you and raise his hands, and you immediately feel this like towards you, and you feel this kind of like pressure as if your head is being crushed, and a bit of blood comes out of your nose, and then you just flick the sight picture over.
Oh!
Head just he drops to the ground. You guys have dropped one of the major antagonists of the Jesuits of Christ. Drops to the ground.
Does this affect me?
Go ahead and make a sanity check, but with a bonus dice.
79.
It's 19.
19.
Is that a success or a failure?
For what?
Sanity.
Oh, right.
That's with your. Is it your power?
I only had 2.
Sanity.
Sanity.
I was at 3. So I'm crazy anyway, either way.
Gotcha.
I have 60 luck. So do I have to burn 19 to just stay like minimally mentally stable?
So,
I'd do it.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, I've never used any luck. I've never used any luck.
We are out here
I'm out
big
here.
spenders.
I'm out here.
It's never been relevant. It's
Sorry,
never
guys.
been on a
Molly's
move.
just too busy succeeding.
Nothing I could ever do in anything, or Molly, I mean, was ever going to be.
Some people use luck, some
Useful.
people use skill. That's just all we're saying. That's all we're saying. You come back to yourself whoosh, in this last second. Molly, you manage to whoosh, come back to yourself. I'll say you're not going to get an attack this turn, but you guys are basically rushing for that intersection. There are still 3 guards. 2, 3, 4. Let's go. Using our numbers from before. 3. Marmot. One of the guards raises his rifle to you. Is going to take a shot. Are you going to dive for cover? You need to make a successful dodge check if so.
Listeners of this podcast know there's one thing I'm good at. It's dodging.
Dodging. Hell yeah. Oh my god, yeah, the Leah's one shot, that was insane.
Do I roll?
Yep, roll your dodge check first.
Okay.
Let's decide whether or not he gets a bonus or penalty dice.
Critical fumble. That was a 98.
Critical fumble.
Yeah.
He's gonna get a bonus dice.
Okay, let's do it.
Rolled a 97 with a bonus dice. Rolled a 77. Both are failures.
Let's go!
Takes a shot. You manage to just like throw yourself against the wall, and you hear it like hits past your ear. You're okay for now. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Celery. He's gonna take a shot at you. Are you gonna dive for cover?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and make your dodge check.
Oh, yeah. That's a good success.
Great success.
Great success.
Amazing. Okay. Penalty dice. Penalty dice makes him fail. So he takes the shot at you.
Okay.
You manage to get out of the way, but that will give up both of you guys' next turns, by the way.
If I use luck, if I use 5 luck, I'll be critical. Do I get anything?
No. A dodge check, diving for cover gives up your next turn. Basically means like you are fully like flinging yourself to the ground kind of thing in order to like not get shot.
Okay.
Which, given how many guards you've seen get dropped in one go, makes sense. 3, Marmot, I'm sorry. All right, there's not really, you can choose to try to dodge again, but you'll do so with a penalty dice. At this point, you've already lost your next turn, so there's no real thing that way, but you can make a dodge check with a penalty dice.
Let's do it.
Marmot's just rolling on the ground.
It is a failure.
A failure, okay. Normal roll. That's a success.
It had to come one day.
The gun lines up. You just try to like roll on the ground. You can just see it track to you, and there's this feeling of impact. You take 10 points of damage. How much health do you have?
0.
That reduces you to 0?
That would take me to -1.
Damn.
Wait, how many? Do you have a total of
9 hit points.
Okay. I fucked this up before, so I'm gonna double check this here.
Does anyone have first aid or medicine?
Quite a few Mai Tais. But I don't know if that will do much for us.
Damage is more than maximum hit points. Your maximum total possible hit points is 9. You take 10. You are rolling around on the ground. I see this flash, and the rest of you see the bullet strike the top of Marmot's head, and just and you are looking as the lights go out in Marmot's eyes as he dies.
Oh my
Marmot.
gosh.
Oh my god.
1, 2, 3. Maeve, are you gonna dive for cover?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and make your dodge check.
Success.
Okay, penalty dice. That's lucky. Rolled an extreme success and a failure. The penalty dice. Gun goes off. Everyone who dived for cover has lost their turn. So basically for the two of you, you have now lost this next round. So that'll bring us right to MawlEah. MawlEah, you see Marmot dead on the ground. There are 3 meat sec agents still standing.
Does Molly still have the other flash grenade in her
We'll
boot?
say yes. We'll say yes.
Okay, she's gonna throw her flash grenade at them.
All right, make some rolls here. Because this is actually, it would not be a very difficult throw. Okay, you throw the flash grenade. It goes off. One immediately kind of like grabs his helmet and drops to the ground. The others seem disoriented. They're not totally like knocked unconscious like the one guy. The one guy is like completely out of it. You guys go right back around to the top of the combat order. Would bring us to Marmot, but Marmot is dead. Maeve.
So if we were to just run,
You can try to run at this point. You can just make a fucking book.
I think we just need to run.
Yeah, I think so too.
Run.
Run.
All right. I guess I'll take over the cart, and run for it. Try to get over to the
cart,
cart.
for sure. Sell.
I'm running right behind Maeve.
Wait, is there anything that we could have taken off Marmot as like any of his like cybernetic stuff? Like, is there anything that we can preserve of him?
Cybernetics are surgically implanted, so it's not like a quick process. And cybernetics, like if someone's dead, they're dead. Like there's no coming back from that.
Okay.
I'm running. Kind of just booking it.
Running. MawlEah, same.
Same, running full out.
You guys make your way to the buggy. Just back down the corridor. You make your way back to the ladder. Open it. Punchcard Plaza is eerily silent. There are bodies everywhere. So many, it's difficult to count. The smell of gun smoke, blood. Hey, it's Harvest. Because I don't think you ever told them that it was Major Ziggy. Hey, get to the launch pad. No, wait, fuck, oh my god, there's so many of them. And you see a drone come down to you, the same one that had been blasting Celery's message, and has some bullet holes in it. And you just hear Harvest go, just grab on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I grab on really hard.
I guess holding on to Abby.
For sure. You manage to harness. It's like, okay, I can take one of you, like just hold, like, and you can see the little like clamping mechanisms to grab onto the shipping containers. So you put Abby in that. The rest of you just hold on, just rises into the air. There are gunfire. All 3 of you make luck checks, please.
Fail.
I'm good.
Fail.
Success?
Success.
Fail.
Okay, Maeve, bullet smashes through the calf of your leg as you're holding it. You take 4 points of damage. What's your total hit points?
My total is 13.
13. So you take 4. Okay, so it's not half. So you manage to like keep holding on even though you're losing blood. Celery, you take 5 points of damage.
That puts me to 3. I had 8.
Okay, go Go ahead and make a con check for me.
Succeed.
You succeed. So you don't lose consciousness as a bullet like rips up basically like through like kind of under your ribs, and it just misses your lung, and you feel your ribs like crack, and you're immediately like gushing blood. Ugh. You guys still manage to hold on as the drone flies you to the dockyards. You fall to the ground. You can see ships like launching, and some of them being shot down, some of them being shot at. You all make your way to the Ansarina, Abby in tow. Closes up. Engines fire as the ship blasts off the planet's surface. And that is where we will end Season 1.5. Thanks for making it this far. So ends Season 1.5. Season 2 is coming your way very shortly, and we're incredibly excited to share it with you. This podcast is edited, mixed, and mastered by me, Brian Geshgarian. All the music in the podcast is composed by me. Special thanks to Carlin, Katie, James, and Dave for lending me their talent for this. You can find us on Insta, TikTok, and Twitch at The Stars Aren't Alright, or on Twitter at TSAA Podcast. Additionally, we're finally launching our Patreon. If you'd like to chat with us, game with us, or share your thoughts on the podcast, why not join our Discord? The link is, as they say, in our bio. But, as a reward for making it to the end, I would like to remind you that during hibernation, the Marmot's heartbeat slows to 3 or 4 beats per minute, compared to an average range of 110 to 200 beats per minute when they are active. Most of all, thanks to you for listening, and we'll see you next time. Oh shit. I wasn't recording.
Oh.